All right, Oklahoma City Thunder took a 2-0 series lead against Minnesota. They protect the home court advantage. They got both wins at home. Now they're headed to Minnesota. See if they can steal at least one game. But also, if you want to be a real champion, get really greedy and see if you can get both of those games. So if you show up at Minnesota, don't take your foot off the gas. Approach the game just like you approached these first two when you was at home. You just got to know you got to withstand that first punch. They're gonna be fighting, and it's gonna be loud in Minnesota. They're gonna try to get that game. If you can get game three, that's really gonna send a message to everybody, and especially Minnesota and their crowd, that that y'all really want to get this thing over with, man. So game three is gonna be very important for both teams. And I want to see how OKC is going to come out, or they're going to come out flat. They're going to come out determined. I really like what I saw from Jalen Williams today. I mean, he played like he was a number one, almost. Almost. He played like a number one. But and Edwards did everything that I expected him to do. But I expected him to do this in game one, right? Imagine if he would have did that in game one, and Julius Randle had the type of game that he had in game one, where he ended up with, I don't know, almost 30-something points, right? So they needed that Anthony Edwards last game. So we go talk about everything. We go open the phone lines up. We go hear some post-game reactions or post-game interviews from SGA, the MVP. It's official now. SGA was announced to be the MVP. I mean, it was an easy choice for me. I think they came out the gates kind of strong. Denver came out the gates slow, right? I remember watching the first 3 or 4 games of Denver, and I say out of the first 5 games that Denver played, they should have lost all 5 of them, but it was 2 of them that somehow, some way, they just miraculously just pulled it out. I mean, they got outplayed horribly big time, and they pulled out some crazy victories against some probably some non-playoff teams, right? Or some teams that you didn't think they would struggle against, right? But they pulled it out. I mean, them boys almost started at 0-5, but they was looking really bad early on this season. So the 2 teams that kind of jumped out in front of everybody, I think the Thunder took a couple of losses early. They came out strong, but I think they took more losses early than Cleveland did, because Cleveland jumped out with like the best record in the league, and they held on to that probably all the way to the All-Star break maybe. And then they started to taper off a little bit, and OKC Thunder just took off and just, had the best record in the league. So as far as the MVP, I think it was kind of decided probably for me, probably when the first MVP polls came out, maybe the first or second MVP polls that came out already had SGA as the MVP, just based on my criteria. I never had Jokic 2. Jokic was as low as 3 for me as well, because I had Tatum above him a couple of weeks as well, and then kind of late Jokic kind of overtook it and got that second spot just based on Denver playing a little bit better basketball. But it was SGA at the number 1 spot by a wide margin, honestly. But we're not talking about the MVP. We're talking about game 2, right? So 118-103 score, 15-point victory. They was up by as many as 24. This is what I seen from the game, right? So if y'all remember, and whatever I said that Minnesota needed to do last game in game 1 still applies, right? Let me see if I can pull it up. I might still have it. Here we go. I'll put it on the screen, but these were my keys of victory for yesterday. Or not yesterday, but for game 1. I knew they was going to put McDaniels on SGA, and I thought it was very important that McDaniels was able to guard him one-on-one, because I've seen McDaniels take a lot of tough assignments I mean, he did a really good job on KD a couple of years ago. You know, I mean, they throw him on LeBron. It don't matter. He's a good defender, really good. And his long arms and his anticipation and his aggressiveness, you know, is really good. I'm surprised he wasn't second team all defense this year, but he's that type of defender, right? So I'm thinking he's got to be able to bother SGA, but SGA is getting to his spot so easy just by being a little herky jerky with his movement and his handle and being crafty and the way he do it, and then on top of the fact using your aggressiveness to draw contact. So you almost second guessing how you want to defend him. I mean, you want to get physical, but then you don't want to be too physical when he's driving to the lane. So you really got to beat him to the spot, and that's really hard to do on how herky jerky is. So 2 games in a row, McDaniels haven't been able to win that matchup whatsoever, right? It's not even been close. SGA is eating his lunch. So that's an X. Keeping the turnovers low. They had 17 last game. This game they ended up with 14. But the horrible thing about the turnovers, it came down from 17, but they're still backbreakers because the way OKC get on the run and convert those turnovers into points is insane, right? So those 14 turnovers, I think that's still too high. I mean, if OKC can take care of the ball and only has 6, then I would expect, because the T-Wolves got a great defense as well. So you just can't say OKC defense is so good that we can't stop turning the ball over, right? So 14 is too much, man. Anything 10 or below is probably acceptable against OKC. So that's got to be one of their key, like 10 or below, right? Give me that. And kudos to Anthony Edwards for having 0 turnovers, because he's usually getting 5 or 6 turnovers, him and Randall both. Randall ended up with 4, right? One of his turnovers was a charge they called. I don't think that was a charge. So I disagree with that, but he ended up with 4 turnovers. But they didn't do that either, so X on that. Anthony Edwards not taking the cheese and taking so many threes, that's a yes and a no, right? That's a yes and a no, because he still ended up taking 9 threes. SGA only took 2 threes, right? So he's really trying to get to the hole. He's really trying to get to the basket. He's really applying pressure, but Anthony Edwards did both, right? He was getting to the hole early on. He went in the post. He didn't go in the post too much in the second half, but the first half and the first quarter, he at least tried to show you that he was trying to get in the post and get his baskets some other type of way. So he went in the post. It was successful in the post. He was off the ball a little bit more. Mike Conley, held the ball a little bit in the first half, but in the second half, he went right back to his top of the key ISO or top of the key high screen roll action. But the difference is, instead of settling for the threes, he continued to try to get to the paint, which is good. But he also still shot 9 threes. Like, he really loves those threes. One of them was like a logo 3, like a heat check. The first, like, he was like 0 for 4 from threes. 2 of those was off dribble penetration, and they caught him in the corner on one of them, and they caught him on the arc on the other one, and it was catch and shoots. I don't mind those. You have to shoot those. Like, if someone breaks down the defense, get in the paint, and they kick it out to you, you got to take that 3. So I don't mind those 2 threes. But the other ones he took was off the bounce, off the dribble, step back, pull up. Them the threes I don't want him to settle for. Every time you get an opportunity to put pressure on the rim, get to the hole, give yourself an opportunity to get to the free throw line, because if you do get to the free throw line, that's 2 points, and that's a foul on someone that could be a factor if they got to go sit down. Every time you take that 3, you're letting them off the hook. You let them off a hook, right? So he took 9 of those, right? Only 2 of them was good threes. the one he hit was good, and then right after he hit that, he came back down and did a heat check from like freaking half court almost, a logo. I'm like, man, I think that's bad. So they really kind of 0 for 3. I would want them to bring the turnovers down to about 10 or less. McDaniels got to do a better job with the SGA, and maybe McDaniels can't do a good job with the SGA matchup. Maybe in Minnesota they have to double him and get the ball out of his hand 100%. We're not gonna let you do anything, because right now they're trusting that they got a good defender, and let's just put him on there one-on-one and let him do his thing. We'll just be in the gaps on his dribble penetration, but we're not gonna come hard double or nothing like that. Maybe it's time for you to come hard double and get the ball out of his hands and see what happens. Let somebody else beat you, right? So because once he get to a spot in that mid-range, he's rising up, and I haven't seen that shot not look like it's on target every time he's taking it. So the turnovers, lost. McDaniels matchup, lost. Ant Edwards taking too many threes, they lost that. But the bench production they did get. They did get 10 from Naz Reid. They did get 17 from Alexander Walker and 8 from DiVincenzo. I'm not mad at that, but that's only 3 people they played off the bench. They played 3 people off the bench. They're falling into that same category that the New York Knicks and Thibodeau is falling into in New York. They're playing 7 and 8 guys against a team that's rolling out 10. Right? They had 8 people play. I'm looking at the Thunder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They played 5. They played 5 off the bench, even though K. Williams only played 1 minute in garbage time, and Isaiah Joe played 3 in garbage time. But they're usually having 10 people in the rotation, right? That's normal for them. So I think that's something to look out for Minnesota. But yeah, those are my keys to victory for them, and they still haven't done them yet. Right? They still haven't got those things done, even though the turnovers came down a little bit lower. Anthony Edwards shot a little bit less threes, and he drove to the hole more, but he's still shooting those threes. Anthony Edwards should probably shoot two or three threes a game. This 9 and 10 and 12 is insane, man. Get in the post, get in that mid-range, get in the paint, do something. Get off that 3-point line. I mean, you got to. It's not falling, it's not working. 1 for 9. Was he 1 for 9? Yeah, 1 for 9. And the one he hit was in the first quarter. So I mean, sheesh. But kudos to him for not having no turnovers. And as far as any help he got, the help was basically on the bench, and McDaniels kind of off and on, and then late he ended up with 22. But that was like an off and on thing. It wasn't like it wasn't like what the 26 that Jalen Williams gave. His 26 was loud, on time, obvious and all that stuff. It wasn't a quiet 22 that just kind of happened and then you pull some points on late. That's kind of how that was, man. So those are my thoughts, man. I'm gonna get in some of these comments. As a matter of fact, no. Another thing, and I thought about this a lot of times, right? And when CP3 went to OKC, right? What was he at first? He did he leave Houston? I think. What did he go after Houston? What did CP3 go after Houston? Oh, Phoenix. No. Before Phoenix. So after Houston, I think CP3 went to OKC, and he was there the first year. SGA was there after he got traded from the Clippers for Paul George. So CP3 was basically sent to OKC to just rot and just go off into retirement. The team wasn't expected to do anything. They just lost Carmelo, Paul George, Russell Westbrook. They're all gone, right? So this is a new team. You got SGA. Don't nobody know much about him. And you just throw CP3 over there and Dennis Schroeder, right? Didn't know what was going to happen. And CP3 went over there and drugged them boys to the playoffs and I think they got a first round victory. I want to say they played New Orleans, maybe they played New Orleans. And this was a year that New Orleans was playing pretty good. I think Zion was there, but anyway, I think they beat New Orleans in the first half. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Beat New Orleans in the first round, got to the second round, and SGA was just soaking it up. And I was like, man, SGA is gonna learn a lot from CP3. I said that back then, right? But they asked him about it because CP3 was at the game, and they had a little moment after the game where they talked. And one of the announcers asked him about their relationship.
Shay, congratulations. I remember in the bubble, just you and Chris Paul being joined at the hip. You kind of like taking everything as a sponge. From your arrival here and joining forces with him in the bubble to now, how would you describe your relationship? What has he meant to you? It's kind of like a big boy, big brother, mentor, all and above. It was just, and in addition, what did it mean for you that he arrived tonight?
Yeah, he has been great. Like you said, not only like a big brother, mentor, but just like a friend. He's always there to lean on. He was the first guy in my life that I was like close with that like achieved the things that I wanted to achieve. And I really leaned on him for like advice and not only basketball advice, like business advice, taking care of your body advice, like handling a family when they don't live with you. Like there's so many things that you deal with as an NBA player, especially of his caliber, that go under the radar. And his guidance with that has been great. And like I said, not only as all the mentorship and stuff, but just being there as a friend, he's been special. Oh yeah, that was amazing. Caught me off guard. I had to like double take. I was like, "Who's that sitting with my wife?" I got a little tight, but then I seen it was Chris. I was like, "All right, cool."
Yeah, so I didn't. It was a guess that they might have had a decent relationship, because a lot of talk around the NBA. A lot of people say CP3 is hard to deal with, I guess. You know what I mean? So you never know what his former teammates might say about him. So I was only guessing that even if they didn't have a tight relationship, I was still guessing that he had to learn a lot from CP3. Like just that 1 year being with him, you had to learn a lot. And here he is, he's talking about, man, he's getting diet advice, family advice, on the court, off the court, business. And he's saying that they're close, man. He's over there sitting down with his wife doing the game, and it was okay. That shows me that they got some type of closeness, right? So shout out to CP3 for being that type of steward over a young player like SGA, man, being there for 1 year and having that type of impact on him, man. That's what it's all about, that type of impact, man. And you get to see this dude play the position, play the point guard position, the way he plays it, and he's able to go in and out of being a facilitator from the point guard position when he need to be, getting off the ball when he need to, and then also going into attack mode and scoring when he need to. And what I like about it the most is he's not settling for threes all the time. Like this is old school 90s type of basketball where I'm going to utilize that mid range. And I was telling Zoe through text messages because we was talking during the game, and I told him, if you look at basketball like any other sport, and I've used so many other sports to kind of describe certain things. Like last time we had this conversation, I was talking about track, but I'm gonna use boxing this time. So it's very important in boxing that everything gets utilized, right? You just can't come out here and throw hooks and haymakers like Butterbean or somebody like that, right? You have to have jab. You have to do body work, man. You got 12 rounds in most fights, right? So you got 12 rounds to work with. So who's the most conditioned athlete? How many times can I use this jab on you before you get undisciplined and drop something? And now I can go jab and then go with, a 2-piece or a 3-piece or any type of combo. If I'm hitting that body for 4 or 5 rounds, how's that going to do you? You get what I'm saying? Like all of that stuff is important. And the way I look at basketball, if it's compared to boxing, is I think going into the paint and getting all the way to the rim is like a body shot, right? That opens you up. And when you go into that body and this person wants to now protect their body, you leave the face open, right? So when you go into the rim, you go into their body, they're going to want to protect their inside. They're going to leave open the threes. So to get threes, it's smart to go to the body, right? You got to go to the body. These dudes are getting threes without going to the body. They're throwing haymakers. They're just throwing haymakers without going to the body. A 3-pointer is a haymaker to me. That's a hook. That's an overhand right. That's a finishing move. It's not always time for that. You can't always put them away for that. You got to give them this, that. And then it's just not body work. Little jabs. And I think the mid-range game or anything in the post is like a jab. You keep doing that, like the jab got to set everything up. So you jab. So if I'm constantly getting to the mid-range pull up, throw it in the post almost every possession we get, you know what I mean? All of that stuff is like jabs, right? So you have to do your jab work. You have to go to the body as well. And then at some point, you're going to find the perfect opportunity to throw those haymakers and to shoot those threes. And when you start looking at it like that, the way SGA play is a Mayweather style of boxing. He's the Mayweather of the NBA. Jab, body, right? Hook, haymaker, knockout, right? The way Anthony Edwards played in game 1 was like Deontay Wilder. I want to knock out every single time. I don't want to do no jab work. I barely want to go to the body. I'm going haymaker from the time we tip off. And that's a wrong way to look at it. That's a really bad way to look at it, man. So let's open the phone lines up, y'all. Open the phone lines up. What else did I see? I mean, I really like the way Jalen Williams played. I really like the way Chet Holmgren played as well. Shout out to Lou Dort for making first team all defense. Shout out to Jason Williams for making second team all defense. The second team was kind of not frustrating. It was kind of, I love the first team. First team was Draymond Green. Who was the defensive player of the year from Atlanta? McDaniel. Oh, not McDaniel. Daniel, is his name Daniel? Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels from Atlanta. Lou Dort. Draymond Green. Let me see who else it was. Man, my memory acting up on me. Let me see who it was. Amen Thompson and Evan Mobley. Great first team. Oh man, it's really, really dope to see. I mean, obviously we knew Evan Mobley was just he was gonna be on that team. If he wasn't gonna be on first team, and if Wemby didn't get hurt and Wemby was on first team, Mobley probably would still be on there. Maybe Draymond Green would be on second team. But Evan Mobley, we already knew he was gonna be there, right? Dyson Daniels, he won the defensive player of the year, so we know he was gonna be there. But what I'm most excited about is the fact that Lou Dort is finally getting his recognition. But you have to have, if you have a team that is number one in defense, there's absolutely no way that you don't have someone from that team on the first team, right? On first team, all defense. There's no way no one from the number one rated defense in the league could make first team. So someone had to be on first team, whether it was going to be, it wasn't going to be Holmgren. He didn't play enough games probably. Probably not Hartenstein, but Lou Dort, J. Will, or SGA. One of those three had to be first team, right? And they picked Lou Dort. I honestly think coming off the bench, there might have been a case for Caruso to be on first or second team, to be honest with you. So, but Lou Dort was on first team. I think that was dope. And then Amen Thompson, to be so young to get on first team, I mean, that's really dope, man. His brother will be there pretty soon, probably next year, the more minutes he get. Then the second team is where it got kind of confusing for me. I don't think Rudy Gobert was a first team, but they wanted to squeeze him. I mean, I don't think he was a first or second team, but they wanted to squeeze him in there so bad that they pretty much got three big men on second team. They got Jaren Jackson Jr., they got Zubac from the Clippers, and Rudy Gobert. I think Zubac had a better year than Rudy Gobert as a defender and as a player, but as a defender he should have. So they probably should have just let Zubac get it. Jay Williams from OKC, Jaren Jackson Jr. They got Kamara from the Blazers, and I would have picked someone else other than Rudy Gobert, right? And it wouldn't have been a big. I probably would have went with another wing, and it probably would have been SGA. It probably would have been SGA for that second team. So that's how that was. Let me get this phone call. Caller from New York, what's up?
Hi, Mel. This is Sabrina again. Your phone must have been on mute.
No. I answered it, and I was trying to get these points out, and then I was gonna let you go.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I like your analogy of the game. I don't want to stay on the line too long today. Let somebody else call in for a change.
Okay.
Yeah, I think SGA should be the face of the NBA. They need to push LeBron out. Literally. He has no class. He has no integrity. And he's been a disgrace to the NBA as face of the NBA. They need to push him out.
Yeah, I mean, for the league to continue to grow and do what it do, I mean, at some point you got to get the old out. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
they need to literally push him out because he's not going to leave. He's got 2 years left on his contract. I mean, he's destroying the league, and believe me, he's going to try to really destroy the league come next year because of Michael Jordan. Is back.
Yeah, I mean, but it ain't just him though. It ain't just him though. We need Steph out of there too. We need Draymond out of there too. Steve Kerr as well.
Yeah, well, Steve Kerr, they can't get rid of him because he still got $17.2 million left on his last year or something like that next year. He should be pushed out. And Thibodeau need to be pushed out too. I'm sick of him too. He overplays. He overplays the starters. I mean, he really does.
Is he ever gonna change? Are you?
Yeah, that's how he got beat. That's how he got fired from the other two teams. I mean, somebody's gonna come up with a muscle strain before this round is over with.
He owed Derrick Rose some money. There was nothing wrong with Derrick Rose's knees until Thibodeau got a hold of him.
Yeah. He destroyed Derrick Rose. And the same thing happened. I told my nephew, the one that's the fanboy, that what's his name, Ja, is gonna wind up like Derrick Rose. He wants everything to be a highlight reel.
Yeah,
I mean, he's too skinny to be coming down from that height on them damn knees.
Yep.
Destroying his own career.
Yeah. Zion too. Zion got to chill.
Well, that overweight.
Overweight. Zion overweight and knock needed. Like them Kenny Smith knees, you usually don't get them until you had 2 ACL surgeries and 20 years of basketball and you turn 50. But I mean, Zion got them now. I'm like, dang, you got the Kenny Smith knees already?
Well, he had them knees when he was in high school.
Yeah, it's crazy.
When he's playing high school ball, his knees, he was not needed. It's just a gene thing. But they literally need to push him out. How much money do they think they're gonna make off of LeBron? They waiting for his farewell tour? You gonna let him just destroy the league? I'm telling you, if it wasn't for Curry, the league would have been in shambles during his tenure. Yeah,
you might be right. I can see that.
Curry's like the next Jordan. The Golden State wasn't nothing to Curry. Seriously. And so was the Bulls. They weren't anything until Jordan came along. Yeah. All that money he brought to the franchise.
Yeah.
And that Krause, whatever the hell his name was, he really messed things up because they might have been able to have a 4-peat. That would have been unheard of.
Sheesh.
If he hadn't decided he was going to fire Phil Jackson and Jordan telling him if he does, he's leaving, he's retiring.
Yeah, because
he just didn't care. That organization must have been, that owner must have been a fucking fool to allow a GM to do that when they knew that Jordan said he was going to do what he was doing to do if he got rid of Phil Jackson and not allow them to possibly.
So let me say this though. So I probably agree with you on that about 75%. I'm gonna tell you the 25% that I think they might have been thinking. I probably wouldn't have done it. I'm just telling you what I think they was thinking, right? They did the opposite in Chicago than what Golden State is doing now. Golden State keeps going to the well and keep going to the bank to pay these old dudes, and it's already too late. And the reason why it's bad for Golden State to do it is because they ain't won in 3 years. So at least the Bulls was like, look, we just three-peated. Let us try one more time. Like if they would have tried for a fourth one and failed, then okay, now break us up.
Yeah, that's what they should at least try that. That's what I said. That organization,
but all of them would have had to get new contracts though. Like Pippen, Phil, and Jordan all would have had to get extended. So what the Bulls were saying is, I don't want to break the bank for these old dudes. Let's go ahead and move on. Right. Which is a cool decision because you don't want to end up like the Golden State Warriors. But the difference is they were winning. Like you broke them up fresh off a championship. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that.
A three-peat.
Exactly. At that with the greatest player we ever seen play.
The coach would have been solvable. They would only have to extend the coach one more year. But the players might have been a different thing. They probably would have had to give them at least 2 years, which was, like you said, the old dudes wouldn't have. But Michael Jordan would have been fine.
Yeah.
He would have been fine. He was well conditioned.
Yep.
But I'm just so sick of the liar. I have so many names that we can call him now, and now he keep keeping himself in the news cycle, even though he know he's saying ridiculous shit. He just want people to keep talking about it. At some point, we need to just ignore his ass, no matter what he says.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, I haven't watched.
Yeah, I know it's hard. It's hard because
I haven't watched any Mind the Game episodes with the new season with Steve Nash.
I'm not watching. I didn't watch any of them with JJ Redick. JJ Ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. I'm wasting my energy.
I choose sanity. I choose life over to deal with that craziness. You know what I mean?
But they literally need to push him out. I mean, how much you done milked the cow, and he didn't care nothing about the NBA because he couldn't live up to his own hype. At some point, he knew he wasn't going to be able to live up to his own hype.
Pretty much.
And now all he cared about was the dollar.
Pretty much.
And he don't care what he do to get it, and what he says to get it, because he's actually a man child.
Yeah, pretty much. But all right, what you think about this OKC game though? They up 2-0.
Oh, that was awesome.
Both games are convinced. Awesome. That was a good game though. It was close the first half.
Yeah, really this whole thing is this whole playoff is awesome.
Yeah.
It's been the best they had in 2 decades.
Now, how do you think SGA came and performed first game after getting the MVP trophy? I mean, like he looked phenomenal, man, from start to finish.
From start to finish, he's been working. I put a text on there about he should be the face because this guy has class. You could tell by the NBA, the MVP speech he made, and the whatever his comments were about Chris Paul. The guy has class. He has humility.
Yeah,
it's about his teammates.
Yeah,
I like to everybody.
Yeah, I like the way he talks about his teammates for sure. Yeah.
And he's improved his game since he came into the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for them they need to just push LeBron out. Give him a dose of what the shit he's been giving them. No, seriously.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. But look, I'm gonna get another call in here, man. I want to hear some more stuff about the game. Thanks, Sabrina.
All right. Have a good night now.
All right, you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, let's get one more phone call in here, y'all. So, man, the way SGA performed tonight, man, I mean, I really like players that can score that don't have to get all the way to the rim to score. Like but he can. A player that can get to a spot, rise up, and hit the mid range. A player like that, man, that is gold. I mean, that is gold. The SGA went in the post 4 or 5 times in the first quarter and got buckets. I mean, the bucket he got on was it who was it? I think it might have been his cousin. It might have been the kill. Got him on the baseline and turn fade baseline and hit it off the glass. Right? You know what I mean? And that was after he had already hit a couple of mid-range jump shots. I mean, the dude was in his bag, man. He was in his bag. Caller from Ohio, what's up?
Hello.
Caller from Ohio, what's good? All right, call back.
Hello.
Caller from Ohio, can you hear me?
Is this me?
Can you hear me?
Man, what the fuck?
I bid you a good night, sir. All right, there was another caller from Minnesota that tried to call in. You can call back. Yeah, I mean, I heard it. Could y'all hear him? Yeah, SGA is scary, man. I mean, that confidence from I know a weight was probably lifted off his shoulders by getting announced and getting the award. Now I got that out the way. He came out and played so free, and he probably felt validated. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the work he put in last year, he made a hell of an MVP case for himself last year. He had his team number 1 last year, right? But that just goes to show you when the system is, I'm not gonna say it's a weird system, right? And I think the media is a powerful, is a powerful tool or a powerful vehicle, right? In convincing people. And I think that we've called Jokic the best player in the world so long, right, that we kind of overhype some of the stuff he does. So here it is. SGA has a team that is outperforming the team that Jokic is leading, number 1 in the league. Now, did they have identical records? I think they either had the same record or they were separated by a game or so. But whatever it is, the tie, OKC got the number 1 spot because they had the tiebreaker. So that's one thing. And then I just can't remember how everything shaped out last year. I think Jokic was almost at a triple-double average last year. Not at a triple-double average, almost at a triple-double average. So I think he probably averaged like 8 assists or 9. So he didn't quite average a triple-double, but that's still a lot of assists. Any point guard would be happy to have 8 or 9 assists, right? So any player, right? So having 8 or 9 assists was a big deal, but people don't look at that the way it's supposed to be looked at. Like having 8 or 9 assists, averaging a triple double, or almost averaging a triple double. I don't care if you average a triple double or almost average a triple double. I don't think that necessarily means that you have to be the MVP of the league because you almost average a triple double. I don't agree with that. So the fact that Jokic almost averaged a triple double, it just negated everything that SGA did last year, and they gave him no award. Right now, here it comes this year. Now, it was pretty much the same thing they did. Jokic went on, and instead of almost averaging triple double, he actually averaged it. But SGA did more work, averaged more points, and then got way more wins. 18 more wins than Jokic. Remember last year they had the same amount of wins. This year he had 18 more wins. So we're at a league where the fans appreciated the triple-double more than they appreciated 18 wins. The purpose of the game is to play to win, not play to get stats. So when did we say we're going to give the most prestigious award in the NBA and we're going to consider stats over the wins? We're going to consider offensive stats and disregard defense, right? So winning and defense went out the window for the MVP award at some point. Caller from Minnesota, what's up?
What's going on, man?
What's good? What's your thoughts?
How you doing? Well, just hopping into the conversation, I kind of missed a lot of the podcast, but this last little piece you was talking about, when did like people stop using logic in regards to the MVP? And I would like to think that it started when Westbrook got his finals, when he got his MVP, unfortunately, he was getting triple doubles, and it was back to back years.
Yeah.
But didn't he have like the 7th seed at the time?
Yeah, he
When
did 6 or 7 seed. Yeah.
So Kobe, when he didn't get MVPs, he was going crazy in the league, and they was just disregarding stats. But it seemed like that year when they gave it to Westbrook is when they started to kind of ease up on what the criteria was for the MVP conversation. So just that's what I think when it comes out of that.
So look, even when Westbrook won his MVP, I was like, how are you giving the MVP to somebody that got his team to the 6th seed? And they made all these excuses and was like, well, first he made history. I was like, he didn't make history. Oscar made that history. So like it's so dumb. We so desperate for attention and storylines. They said that Russell Westbrook made history when he didn't. Oscar Robertson made history when he averaged a triple double for the first time.
And it was a lot harder back then too.
Yeah. So just because somebody does it 25, and I'm sorry, probably about 40 years later, don't mean it's history. History is when it was done the first time. Right. So Westbrook didn't make history. So they was like, oh, this is a historic year. So that's why he got the MVP. Well, I'm like, well, dang. So, I mean, like, what's the priority here? Like, we can't change the criteria for MVP every single year. Right. So making history with being in the 6th seed. So that means to tell me 5 teams in your conference probably got better MVP candidates on it. Like, it's 5 teams who players led their teams to better records than yours, but we're considering you for MVP. And then that's not even to mention the other teams on the other conference. That's really crazy, right? So I didn't agree with it when Russell Westbrook got it, right? And then I was telling everybody he's freaking stat padding. I was one of those guys. You can go back to one of my first podcasts where me and Zoe was arguing about if Westbrook was better than Dame Lillard. And I was telling everybody that Dame Lillard was better than Westbrook. This is before everybody knew what Dame Lillard was. What was. I was ahead of that. Okay. I was telling people he's stat padding. Like, he's like, who cares that he's going to go get 10 rebounds a game? You're not really supposed to be doing that. You got a power forward and a center that's supposed to be cleaning the glass for you. And you at that time he had Steven Adams, and I can't remember who the power forward was. I don't know if it was Ibaka, but it was a power forward that can rebound. So you got 2 capable rebounds that you're going in. What's supposed to happen is they're supposed to get the rebound. You're supposed to be ready for an outlet pass for early and easy offense. But if you're down there grabbing the rebounds, what the hell is the big man doing? It's backwards basketball. Yeah, it's backwards.
It was running from the rebounds, man. It was ridiculous. It was like, who wants to get rebound besides Westbrook? It was ridiculous. And they do the same thing now with the Lakers with LeBron. Well, at least last year. This year's a little bit better now that Luka didn't. Yeah, they're
giving it to Luka, but they was doing the same thing with Luka in Dallas, letting him get rebounds, hide him on defense, so he was getting cheap rebounds, and then he's farming assists. Like, they have an offense where he's the only one that can get assists, which is what Jokic is doing. They run an offense where he's the only one that's authorized to get assists. Like, other people might get it, but it's off schedule. You get what I'm saying? Like, all the Jokic assists are on schedule. Like, this is designed in our offense for him to get these assists. The assists that Murray get is just based off his instincts and just trying to make plays. But they're not. The offense is not designed for Murray to distribute. It's designed for him to score. It's designed for Jokic to distribute. So
it sounds like LeBron's system when Kyrie was right next to him.
Correct.
He was a point guard.
Correct.
Didn't really get those assists. Yeah.
Correct. That's what it is. So, I mean, I'm not impressed by a team designing you to get 10 assists a game. Why am I impressed by that? That's not MVP worthy. That don't mean you're supposed to get the MVP because we designed a triple double offense for you. Why don't you design an offense that can get you 70 wins like OKC did? Like, SGA is leading the team in a way where we can get 70 wins, and he's doing that by helping them playing lockdown defense first, and then number 2, I'm gonna be a dominant scorer when I need to be. 33 points a game.
I have a question about SGA. So what do you think he's doing in regards to like elevating the game, for this generation? Like, do you think he could be that guy, that Kobe, that D Wade type guy that could really dominate the shooting guard position for years to come.
If he get multiple rings, yeah. If what SGA has to do first and foremost is get that ring this year. Number one. Number two is he have to make sure that he's not a Giannis or a Jokic or one of them dudes that get one ring and never make it back. Right? He got to make sure that he's not Boston and Tatum this year. Like Tatum could have ran away with this league, and it would everything would have been at the palm of his hand. But they came out here and stuck it up against New York, and now they're at home. Right? They was built to win again. They was built to win 2 or 3 straight. Right? And probably they was built for that. Now you done lost Tatum for a whole year. And then Horford probably about to retire. So everything's changing. Right. So now OKC was built exactly like Boston. If you think, I think they built around defense. They got young people, they got rim protectors, they got big, they got everything they got. Like Hartenstein is like Horford, but younger. Porzingis and Holmgren are very similar. Lou Dort and Drew Holiday are very similar. Caruso and Derek White are very similar. And then SGA and Williams are very similar to Tatum and Brown. Like everything Boston had, OKC has. So it was supposed to be both of them running both conferences, but now there's no team on the East that somebody is wide open on the East. On the West, they got to catch up with OKC because they got it. So all he got to do is win this ring, and then come back next year and figure out how not to be Boston, how not to be Jokic, how not to be Giannis, how not to be Toronto and Kawhi. How do I do this again, back to back? Because it don't count unless you can do it twice.
And that's why I like Kobe so much, because this is my argument for Kobe as the greatest of all time. 2000 finals. If you look at it, this brother went from game 1 to the final game without getting a free throw. And SGA is like the free throw merchant from what everybody's talking about. And it's like, people don't know that Kobe didn't get no free throws in the finals. And he also guarded the number 1 3-point team, the number 1 3-point shooting team that season, the Pacers, and held like Reggie Miller to like 1 of 19 or 1 of 20 in game 1.
Yeah.
Second game, got hurt on purpose, or at least, Rose did that to him. Now listen, the following season, the back-to-back year, they was going to be undefeated. And then game 1, the refs didn't get no free throws. They went to overtime that game. He got 1 free throw, I'm sorry. It was a technical foul on Larry Brown. So he didn't get no free throws at all. 2000 final?
Yeah, but look, hold on. But that was a year that the Lakers was undefeated in the playoffs.
That's 2001.
Yeah, they only lost 1 game, which was game 1 against Philly, correct?
So that's the game I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
so
but it wasn't normal for Kobe not to get free throws. Kobe got free throws. Free throws. The reason why he didn't get free throws that game is because Philly was supposed to win. Like they was undefeated, bro. They ran through the West, and the East was so weak that it don't matter who came out of the West that was going to win it. Nobody on the East was like New Jersey the New Jersey Knicks got there twice with J. Kidd. Reggie Miller got there 1 time. The Knicks got there with Allen Houston and Spreewell. Iverson got there 1 time. Nobody on the East stood a chance. Who won the most games on the East against the West back then? I think J. Kidd might have got 1 or 2 against the Lakers 1 year.
I think my argument isn't about 2001, 2000 finals. From game 1, Kobe got 2 free throws. And to the final game, game 6, in the second quarter, he got his first free throw attempt after, I think it was 56 field goal attempts. Like a whole,
but you're looking at it wrong though. So the guy that would have the number one on that team was Shaq, right? So if you got to understand how the NBA is a business, right? Like we can't take everything for face value. Sometimes they got to manipulate the game for certain reasons, right? So
hold on, wait a minute, time out. Because usually people, they spend their hard-earned money going to Las Vegas and trying to like really win big on these games. Are you trying to tell me that they would do something to kind of mess that up, to be like mess up the whole, outcome of the game?
yes.
That's deep.
No, hold on. You never heard that the house always wins? Why would Vegas exist this long if they was giving away free money? You think Vegas would put odds out there for games and then just sit back and let it just do what it do and they're not manipulating nothing? Why do you think all the betting agencies are now partners with the NBA? Why do you keep saying DraftKings and Prize Picks commercials all during the NBA games? They're partners. Why is gambling now legal for NBA? They're partners. It's all a business and they're all connected. Vegas, the gambling apps, the NBA, the networks, it's all like don't put your money in it. That business exists to take your money. So I wouldn't bet it unless you know that it can be manipulated and you think you can kind of smartly bet. But don't bet thinking that I can just go in there with basketball knowledge and win money. You can't.
Wow.
Right. So here's my thing, right? So for a team like the Lakers that was so overmatched for some of these teams on the East, if they gave Kobe and Shaq, because Shaq's going to the free throw line probably 15, 16 times based on hacking Shaq. You get what I'm saying? Like he was that powerful. Yeah. So at some point they gotta be like, look, man, these games would not even be competitive if Kobe got his free throws too. If Shaq got 15 and Kobe got 20, what are we doing? It's not even a game. Like, you get what I'm saying? They changed rules because it was so easy for Wilt. All right, it's too easy for Wilt. Like, nobody can beat them. So we gotta change the rules. 3 seconds in the key. And wide.
That's why I got Wilt.
And widen the paint. Yeah, widen the paint. You know what I mean? No dunking. They was making rules so it can at least look like a competition. Like, what would you do right now if a dude that was 10 feet tall came into the league? What would you do now? If the rim's 10 feet and he's a 10-foot tall giant that want to play basketball, what would you do? His team is going to go 82-0 and win lose no games in the playoffs and go straight to the finals. How is that good competition? So as a commissioner, what you gonna do? Well, you can't dunk, big dog. Dunking's illegal. And you can't stand in the paint. You know what I mean? They gonna call the games a little different. They gonna let you get fouled. You know what I mean? They got to do what they got to do.
Now, so this was way back in the day. So they also dealt with racism and stuff like that at a high level too. That's why I really give credit to them dudes back then a lot more than a lot of other people, because they dealt with so much. We cry about a lot with the social media age, but there's stuff we can't see because they're hiding film. You know what I mean? Like, there might be different times where people would just, call them N-words and stuff like that in the middle of the game. I'm quite sure that happened. Me personally, I don't really trip on them type of words and nothing like that because it doesn't affect me. But I mean, back then it definitely affected us, and a lot of people still today can't handle it. So
yeah,
I don't know. I give respect to Will Chamberlain and boys, and Cole too needs his respect, man. I mean,
hey, Cole get his respect over here. I mean, he get his respect over here, but I'm just an honest dude, man. Like, I ain't gonna babysit nobody. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm gonna say what I see and say what I really believe, man. So. But yeah, I ain't babysitting none of them dudes, man, because them dudes got millions of dollars to spend, and I ain't got that. So ain't no need for me to come protect nobody or babysit nobody.
Hey, you ain't got it yet, man. That might be coming. Who knows?
Yeah, but I hope so. It need to come. Man. Sir. But all right, man. Thanks for the call, though.
Hey, no, for sure, man. Hey, bless up.
All right, you too, bro.
All right.
I can take another phone call. Here go this Lion Leon dude. Boy, this man got lion in his name, and not the animal either. Lion Leon. Man down said SGA a better scorer than Kawhi. Kawhi guarded the other team's best player while being a scoring machine. Awesome. Outstanding. I like to know when I said that, though. Caller from Chicago was good.
Yo, Mel, what's up?
What's
going on?
What's good?
Explain something to you a little bit right now.
All right, bet.
SGA can do what it can, but that flopping and that falling, the NBA is going to cut it out just like they did with James Harden. You're going to get away with it for a while, but as the spotlight shines on them, those flaws are going to come out too.
What's the flaw? What's the flaw? What's the flaws?
The falling and the flopping.
That's a
He's
flaw?
not being fouled.
That's a flaw?
Yeah, that's a flaw. It's the same thing James Harden used to do. James Harden.
I don't think it was
for how long?
I don't think it's the same thing James Harden did though. So before we start throwing the James Harden name out there to compare with SGA, let's talk about the things that's different from James Harden and SGA. SGA played lockdown defense, correct?
Why we're not talking about defense?
Yeah, but let's talk about
the offensive style of play.
But let's talk about the things that's not similar. James Harden didn't play lockdown defense, correct? SGA does, correct?
No.
Right, but no. SGA does, right?
SGA is hold on.
Hold on. In order for this to be really fast, so I can get back to so you can make your point, you got to answer the questions with just yes or no. All right. So SGA is a lockdown defender, and James Harden is not, correct? Correct.
Not correct. Not correct.
So James Harden is a lockdown defender.
No, I'm saying that SGA is a good defender. He's not a lockdown defender.
Is Harden a good defender?
Harden is nowhere near a defender.
Okay, so that's different. SGA utilizes the mid-range and doesn't shoot a lot of threes. James Harden shot a lot of threes and didn't utilize the mid-range, correct?
Correct.
All right. SGA utilizes the post. Harden didn't utilize the post that often, correct?
Not at all.
Okay. SGA plays off the ball some as well. Harden always had the ball for his points, correct?
Correct.
There's a lot of differences between SGA and Harden. When you start throwing Harden's name out there, you're making casual fans associate.
No,
hold on. I don't like making points on my own show and getting interrupted because I shut up when y'all talk. But you're bringing casual fans in here to or inviting them in here to compare them to like it's a real comparison. And the only comparison is between them is SGA know how to use contact against the defender and get to the free throw line. And it's not even the same thing. It's not what Harden was doing. What Harden is doing is totally different from what SGA is doing. Totally different. What Harden is doing is more akin to what Jokic does. Flopping and all that stuff. I don't see SGA doing it. I see him getting contact and exaggerating contact and going up for a shot so I can get an and one. It's not the same.
Okay. Okay. Now, you just said exaggerated. Like I said, the spotlight was shined on him today. He almost fouled out the game. So as this goes on and the light stays on him and you start watching his game, the NBA he's not going to get the same calls that he's used to getting. It's going to happen sooner than later. I hope it doesn't mess up his game. He is a finesse player. But some of the things that he's doing on the offensive end is going to catch up with him, Mel.
You done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's that significant as y'all think it is. I mean, because what James Harden did in the regular season with his flopping, it got cut down as soon as the playoffs started. That's why he never made it this far. until he got Chris Paul, and then he always flames out. But what SGA does, he's really getting fouled most of the time. Now, in that game 1, there was about 3 of those calls that was not there. One of them got overturned. There was about 3 calls why I don't feel like was a foul. That was him selling it. But the contact was there. He exaggerated it, and he sold it. That happens every game. It's always a player selling contact. So no, I mean, y'all trying to reduce it like this dude's game is flourishing because of those fouls, and it's not.
No, I didn't say that.
This dude had daggone he had 19 at the half, and that was just all bag work, getting to a spot, rising up, fading, hitting it off the glass, mid range, all that stuff. He barely shot free throws. Second half, he got more.
Do that. That's
okay,
true.
so I mean, so don't say you don't know if his games go suffer or not when they stop calling it. If they stop calling it, okay, fine. I just pull up.
I hope he can adjust. That's what I'm saying. But you know how players act when the calls don't go their way. He don't
have to adjust. He just have to keep playing. If he don't get the foul, he don't get the foul. Okay. Like that's not gonna be a drop off if he stopped getting the calls that y'all calling flops or foul baits. If they stop calling it, okay, cool, that's good. But guess what? If you stop calling the flops, what are you gonna call as far as? I mean, because the reason why he's doing it is because he's getting held and pushed on his drives because he's getting by the guys so easy.
That goes 2 ways. They caught him today grabbing.
If the guy can stay in front of him and beat him to the spot, he won't be on the side of him trying to push and grab his arms. If you put your hand on my chest while I'm driving, what you want me to do with my arm? I'm either go knock it off, or I'm gonna grab it and see if I can get you the foul. Either way, you're gonna have to stop putting your hands on me. I wanna blow by you with honest defense. If you're playing illegal defense, I'm gonna play illegal offense, and we're gonna make the referee decide: are you gonna get that call to the MVP, or you gonna get a call to this guy right here? Make your decision.
Now, what you just said didn't make no sense.
It does make sense. If you play illegal defense, I'm gonna play illegal offense. If you put your hand on my chest, I'm gonna knock your hand off, or I'm gonna grab your hand while I'm driving. Just like Michael Jordan used to tell everybody, be careful. You only got 6 fouls. I got 20. Because Michael Jordan knew that the NBA was not going to foul him out of no big game.
Not talking about Michael Jordan.
I'm talking about that's an example. So I'm the MVP. I'm the MVP. I'm the MVP. They came to see me play. If you play illegal defense, I'm gonna play illegal offense, and now we're gonna make the referee make a decision on who he's gonna call it on. Who are you gonna call it on? If you're illegal on defense and I'm illegal on offense, who you calling it on?
If you said you want honest defense against honest offense, right?
Yeah, but if you get dishonest, I'm gonna get dishonest.
Okay, so who's getting dishonest first?
The defender.
The push off?
No.
The push off with the overhand?
No, I don't need
push off with the overhand.
I don't need to push. I don't need to push off. Hold on. I don't need to push off if you're not on me. Listen to the words you're saying. Push off. So if you're not illegally on me while I'm driving, I don't need to push off.
So players that play good defense don't get pushed off on.
If you're on me illegally, I'm pushing off to get my shot. Let the referee make the decision.
Okay, so if he doesn't get the same calls in Minnesota, but he still can score, he has the ability, he has the skill.
Dude, he played 82. He played 82 games in the regular season. Do you think he got the same calls all 82 games?
I'm talking about
hold on. How many games have you seen SGA play during the season? Just be honest. Be honest. Like no, not highlights. How many OKC games did you turn on and say eight OKC games?
Yeah. 8.
All right. And what do you see from the 8 games?
I seen that he can score and do the things he does without the flopping and the falling.
Okay. So what's the point of making the point? What's your point? If you know he can do it, why even bring it up?
Because he's doing it and he's used to doing it. And once a player gets used to getting calls, and when they don't get them, it changes their game. I hope it doesn't change as he is, but I'm saying don't get mad when it happens.
Why would I get mad? I'm not SGA.
Because you're going to be saying that they beating them up, they doing this and they doing that. How you think the Knicks and the Pacers are playing right now? Do you think SGA will be able to handle that physicality?
If Bronson can, I think SGA can. Yeah.
No, Bronson, SGA ain't nowhere built as Bronson. Come on, bro.
You think Bronson a better player? Man. You think Bronson a better player than SGA?
Bronson is just short.
You think
it's way stronger?
You think SGA weak? Okay, all right. I
don't think he's weak.
Yeah. I think I see what it is. I don't think
he can handle the contact.
So who all can handle the contact in the Indiana and New York series? Mikal Bridges can handle the contact.
Mikal Bridges doesn't play that way.
Can he handle the contact though?
Yeah, he is. He's handling it right now.
Oh, okay.
He has no choice.
Josh Hart can handle it.
Josh Hart plays hard. Yes,
he can handle the contact. All right. Who else? Can handle it? Karl Anthony Towns can handle it.
Now that's a different question.
No, yeah, okay, but all the guards from New York. What about McBride? McBride can handle the contact.
Yes, McBride.
So everybody on the Knicks can handle the contact, but you don't think SGA can?
I said SGA can score and does what he does without the falling and the flopping.
No, but can he handle the contact?
Get that call. I don't think he can. I don't think he can handle physicality as much as those guys on the Knicks or the Pacers.
I think that's interesting. I think that's interesting. You don't think you don't think SGA can handle physicality? Okay, cool. Well, we'll find out, right? So your comment is, SGA plays well, but he's flopping, and
he doesn't have to.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
That's all I want to see. He doesn't have to do all that. He's a finesse scorer. He gets to where he wants. He makes shots. He doesn't have to do all that. But
he's doing it. So what's the problem?
I know. So far, so good.
But what's the problem?
But it's going to come to an end.
But also the problem you're presenting to me is at some point it's going to come to an end. That's what you're saying?
The problem that I'm presenting to you, once a player gets that mentality in their head of getting calls, and when they don't get the calls that they normally get, they show frustration. Am I right?
I want to ask you this. When the last time you said this about a player? Like this year.
Last time I said,
is there any player in the last 2 or 3 years that you said, oh, once he don't get the calls no more, it's gonna be over? Who else you said that about?
I didn't say it was going to be over. I said that he's going to have problems.
Why? I just don't understand why you think he's gonna have problems though.
It's the same way you see players right now today screaming and hollering at the ref for not getting back on D. It's the same thing because they're used to getting the call and they're not getting it. Ant was doing it.
Okay, and
because they're used to getting calls that they're not getting, and his turn is coming. He's these first 2 games, he's been doing it pretty well.
I just don't understand why you think all of a sudden if he don't get calls there is gonna be a problem. You do know it was series the last series with Denver, there was at least 2 or 3 games where the calls went Denver way and not their way. They wasn't getting the calls. You do know that, right?
Of course, I know that happens at home and away. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the issue is.
My point is, he doesn't have to do that to be the player that he is. He doesn't have to.
Yeah, but why make that point though? He's playing the way he want to play. Like it's almost like you mad that he's doing it and you want him to stop doing it. Like it's like I don't know. Like you can't ask a player to change the way they play because you don't like it. I think that's what you're saying. I think you're saying, I don't want you to do that because you don't have to. You're too good to do that.
Yeah.
All right. So was he flopping tonight?
Yeah, he was.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
Did you watch the game when they caught him, when they put it on camera and him grabbing and hooking? And
that's not
when
that's not
I think,
that's
wait
not
a minute, let me
that's
finish.
not flopping.
Wait a minute. Yes, it is. That he failed after that.
He got pushed after that.
Yes,
What he got pushed in the back.
He was
he
anyway.
got pushed in the back, dog. What are you talking about?
That's after
listen.
McDaniels got frustrated.
So listen. So he was going by Daniels, right? McDaniels, right? And
he didn't hook him.
Well, first of all, he was bringing the ball up against pressure at half court when he was trying to go by McDaniels. McDaniels was about to put his hands on him, and he grabbed his hand. Right?
You said he was about to, and he grabbed his hand.
Correct. Yeah.
So who the foul should have been on?
I wouldn't call it a foul on neither one of them. I wouldn't call it on either one of them. So when he grabbed
you telling me that the offensive player get to run past and grab you and keep going?
Yeah, I wouldn't call that. Maybe regular season, but I wouldn't call it in the playoffs. But when he grabbed his arm, and that was just temporary because I understood the grab to be, I know you about to reach in here and foul me, but it's a couple of ways you can do it as a guard when you dribbling by somebody you know about to reach. You can shield it. You can put your hand there to shield it, so when they reach, they get your arm. I've never been the type of player that a grab an arm. I've never done that, but I never played at a high level where that defense is like suffocating enough where I had to go to a new technique. Just me shielding it was good enough at the high school level and the little semi-pro levels, but getting up to D1 college and the NBAs, yeah, them grabs and locking people arm under your elbow and stuff like that. That's some stuff that they do at a pro level. I've never utilized that, but I know what he was doing. The reach was coming. The foul and the contact was coming, and before it came, I'm gonna grab your arm. You're coming in there with it. If you're not coming in there to come into where my body is at, there's nothing for me to grab. If you're just moving your feet with your arms out, what am I grabbing? Nothing.
Okay.
Right. So when you put your arm there to try to impede my my blow by, that's gonna slow me down and then possibly make me lose the ball. So I'm grabbing your arm and going by because I'm trying to show you that every time you reach, I'm going to teach. When you reach, I'm going to do something. So stop reaching. That's a setup. Every time you reach, I'm going to show you not to reach no more. So you reach your hand in the cookie jar. Now you locked up. And then I'm going by you, but I let it go when I get by you. And then he stopped and slowed down, and McDaniels came back again. And then when he blew by him the second time, that's when he put both his hands inside the cookie jar, right? And then that's when SGA grabbed the arm and then let it go, and then that's when he pushed him. That's exactly what happened.
Correct. But you still not admitting to who
hold on. But that's not a flop though. That's a technique.
Okay.
That's not a flop, sir.
I didn't say that was a flop.
You did say it was a flop.
The first contact.
No, you said it was a flop.
The first contact?
I asked you, did he flop tonight? You said yes when he got
Oh yeah, that was one play. I mean, that's one play I may have gotten wrong. But there was plenty of other players doing the thing when he did.
No, it wasn't. He didn't have not one flop tonight. Not one.
How many times did the man fall on the floor?
He got pushed on the floor a lot of times. It wasn't a flop.
He got pushed one time.
He flopped.
How many times did
he flopped? He flopped 3 times in game 1. He didn't flop tonight.
Not at all.
I didn't see any flops tonight. I was watching for it, but he flopped in game 1 3 times.
If you was watching for it, that means you've been taking notice of it, then, right?
But everybody's been talking about it, and yes, he did flop 3 times in game 1.
It's true.
Yeah, but everybody flopped. I notice everything. I call out flops when Jokic do it all the time, right? And if you really want to think about somebody that don't need to flop, it shouldn't be a freaking 7-footer. But here you go, and I'm not talking about flopping on when people are fouling you get in contact. I'm talking about he runs up on you. He don't even have the ball, and he jumps on you on your back, and that's. I mean, he flops like that, or like. I mean, it's just so many egregious flops that Jokic do. Those are egregious. Those are really, that's not even exaggerating contact. There's no contact. I'm flopping. That's bad for the game. But if somebody's playing physical rough defense on me, I got a couple of choices. And I don't like that Kevin Durant tries to defeat this type of defense, because when they get physical on Kevin Durant like that, he takes it as a challenge. Like, okay, I'm still gonna get this mid-range jump off you, and he don't get no fouls. He just be shooting and playing against that stuff, right? So I do like the SG.
No, he didn't. No. He didn't do that against Boston a couple of years ago.
They did. Yeah, did.
Nah.
He was flopping. He was flopping.
He wasn't flopping.
Okay, what was he doing?
But he wasn't taking that contact like you saying and doing what he wanted to do. No, he wasn't doing that.
Yeah,
he wasn't.
You didn't hear what I said. I said when the
what did you say?
When the physical defense comes to Kevin Durant like that, he takes it as a challenge and still tries to score against it without trying to manipulate the contact so the referees could make a decision on what they go call. He just accepts it and like, okay, this is a new challenge I got to take, and he just accepts the challenge. That's why he don't get that many fouls. He should get way more free throws and way more fouls than even SGA. But hey, it is what it is. But hey, thanks for the call though.
All right.
Yep. All right, one more phone call. He said, "Stop making it seem like flopping is normal." I mean, well, first of all, flopping is normal. A lot of people do it, but what I'm making it seem like is I don't think SGA flops like people thinking he's flopping. Like, I mean, I was watching the game today. I was watching it on a streaming app, so it had a little live chat, and it doesn't matter what foul that SGA got when he went to the free throw line. They said flop, right? So it like what, like, you know, once the narrative gets out there, people can't change their mind on it. Every foul they sing, they called it a flop. All right, so I mean, once the narrative and it's not really a narrative of people having an issue with the NBA presenting this on a big stage and it's being bad for basketball. What it really is fans of Jokic or fans of Denver Nuggets or fans of any team that SGA put out the playoffs, right? SGA has been shooting the same amount of free throws for the last 3 or 4 years. No one called him a foul merchant until he was making this huge run, number one team in the league, and been an MVP candidate and making his finals run. That's when it became an issue. I didn't hear it 2 years ago. I heard it when his team got really good, but he's been shooting the same amount of free throws and playing the same way since he came in the league, right? So I just find it interesting that the foul merchant thing got really big when he became an MVP candidate this year, and it was coming from Denver and Jokic fans, right? Then he played Denver and put him out, so it got even louder, right? So everybody who wanted Jokic to win MVP or wanted Denver to advance is really having on this foul merchant and flopping thing, right? It's really just people from other fan bases that just dislike him, and this is the only thing that they could. As a matter of fact, everybody who got a problem with the flopping, give me something else you got an issue with SGA. And it's funny, you ain't got nothing. Like, you can't say he don't play defense. You can't say he don't play team ball. You can't say he's not a good teammate. You can't say he's doing off-court issues like Ja Morant. You can't say he's got a eating problem like Zion and Luka. Like, you have nothing to point to except fouls. Caller, what's up?
Man, you already know who it is, man. It's
What's
your
good?
boy, the number one basketball fan.
What's good, man?
World breaker.
What's good?
What's up, man? But I wanted to call in on this fouling topic. Can we all agree getting to the free throw line is a skill, a basketball fundamental? When we was coming up and your shot red called the game. Didn't they say find a way to get to the free throw line and go to the basket?
Correct.
The greatest scorers in the history of the game, all of them manipulated defenses to get free points. All great scorers don't want to have to work hard for every basket.
Correct.
Kobe Bryant, was he not great at footwork? And man, I remember Kobe Bryant pump fake. For whatever reason, the dude jumped for the third one. He just jumped into him and get the foul.
Correct.
Michael Jordan. You seen Michael Jordan play in the 90s? I know people don't like to admit it. He got his calls, and he got some horrible ones. But they call that greatness. They call that manipulating the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Pierce, one of my favorites. Same thing. Pump fake, get you in air. I'm jumping into you. Foul. Why is it an issue with Shea Gilgeous all of a sudden when we celebrate all these other players for doing the same thing?
Because he took the MVP from Jokic.
And I just don't get it. And I'm glad that last caller called in. I'm glad you pointed it out, because this just goes to show you the conversations we have behind closed doors. People just want something to complain about.
Yeah, that's true.
First, y'all complain about basketball ain't physical enough. Now y'all complaining Shea is too physical and he getting away with stuff.
And look,
I thought y'all wanted less calls.
And look, World Breaker, remember this. Remember what we've been complaining for the last 6 years about too many 3-pointers, correct?
Right.
Now you got a superstar who won the MVP, who got the #1 team in the league, who's going to the finals, and he shoot no threes hardly, and all he's trying to do is get to the hole. And y'all mad because when you drive to the hole, you get fouled. I'm sorry. Like when you drive to the hole and you can score and you're good at getting to your spot, they gotta bring physicality against you to stop you from getting to the hole, right? And when you 6'6", like it might work against Steph when you bring that physicality, but with Shea Gilgeous, you bring that physicality. I can shoot through that, exaggerate the contact, and score and get an and one.
Thank you.
Right. So now he not shooting threes. He getting to the hole and getting to the free throw line, and people are mad. But it just don't make sense. It's beating your team. Like Anthony Edwards shot too many threes, and he should be trying to get to the hole just as much as SGA.
Exactly. And see, this is what I be talking about. People don't like basketball. They just want to complain about it.
Yeah.
To make it seem like they know what they're talking about. You just had to explain to this man, the last caller, you was on the phone with him for 15 minutes trying to explain to him that if I get by you, I'm going to use your momentum body to my advantage.
Exactly.
If you reach here, I'm knocking that away. I'm holding you and I'm taking you to the basket with me.
Correct.
That's basketball fundamental. That's skill.
Julius Randle did it to SGA. SGA was fronting. SGA was fronting Julius Randle in the post. They threw the ball to Julius Randle. SGA turned around and was behind him. Randle had the ball in one hand and grabbed Shea's jersey with the other hand and pulled him with him while he did a layup. And SGA was like, he grabbed my jersey, but he went to the free throw line. He looked at the ref and said, he grabbed my jersey. They showed the replay. His arms was out, stretched like he was on the crucifix and was getting pulled toward Randall. And I was like, oh yeah, he did pull him. I said, that's crafty. You know what I mean? It's cool. You that's what he did. It's all right. Whatever.
But didn't we call that smart?
I mean, it is what it is. I don't get mad at the player. If I see something that I'm like, man, the ref had to see that. Like, why the ref didn't call it? Like, but the ref get put in tight spots sometimes, man, because sometimes they got to make calls
exactly
to help the entertainment factor. Like, you know, this team is down by 18, and if I call this foul on them, and they will go down. I mean, it's gonna be bad. So let me help stop the momentum to keep this game at least a little bit exciting. So they make calls sometimes that they know is not the right call, but it could go either way. They'll go one way with it to help the team that's losing. It is what it is.
Right, exactly. Because honestly, as a ref, I mean, it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. I don't think people underestimate what it's like when you miss a call. You got a 6'8" muscular dude standing over you, yelling at you because he ain't get his call. How intimidating that is.
I hope they ain't intimidated.
Yeah, like, come on now.
It felt good to see Scott Foster get busted in the nose, though, didn't it?
Oh my goodness, man. But yeah, I ain't gonna keep you on there, man. I just had to let that be known. Like, man, y'all gotta stop hating and just watch the game, celebrate it.
Yeah.
Why does no matter what, they have just been complaining, and I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more.
Oh man, I feel bad for him, man, because dang, that dude up 2-0. I feel bad for him. I mean, what they want to see to satisfy? They want to see SGA with 0 free throws. I guess I don't know.
Now, then they're gonna be complaining. Oh, the refs was terrible. They ain't calling nothing. They just in there. The referees trying to help the Timberwolves come back. I already know. I already see the play.
They just want to. They just want to sit. That look. If SGA was losing, they'll stop complaining. I guarantee you.
Oh my goodness!
They'll stop complaining that SGA was losing.
I can't take it no more, man. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna keep you on the phone, man.
All right,
you have a good show. I'm gonna keep watching. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the members and shout out to the rest of the men down penny, the ones that ain't here.
Yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow on Full Panel Friday. Is today Thursday? Today Thursday, right?
Oh yeah, today is Thursday.
Yeah. So we'll have a full panel tomorrow night.
All right, say no more.
All right, peace.
All right.
Yeah, man, I feel bad for y'all, man. I think y'all just want to, I mean, maybe y'all mad because he winning. I don't know, man. He won MVP. He's the best player in the world now. His team is the best team in the league. They might be going to the finals. If they get to the finals, they might win it. So this man can possibly get the Western Conference Finals MVP, the league MVP, the finals MVP, the best player in the league title, lead the best team in the league, all in 1 year. And he almost made an all defensive team. Sheesh. Now think about that though. Best team in the league, best defense in the league, league MVP, scoring title, Western Conference MVP, finals MVP, finals trophy. Dang. Can you imagine it? Has that ever been done before? I mean, obviously not, because the conference final MVP is a new trophy. So the only thing he really missing is defensive player of the year or at least making a defensive team. I think that would have been dope if he would have made a defensive team. Imagine if he would have made defensive second team, scoring title, league MVP, conference MVP, finals MVP, finals trophy, best team in the league, best defense in the league. Yo, I feel bad for y'all, man. I feel bad for y'all, man, for real. Sheesh. I mean, they gotta feel like hot coals on y'all head. Like it really do, like hot coals. Like every time they go on a run in the third quarter and they go up by 25 points, y'all gotta be looking like, man, Lord have mercy, man. Who gonna stop this dude, man? Like, who gonna stop him, man? Somebody gotta stop him, please. Somebody, man. I seen somebody say, man, please tear something. Like they really mad at this dude, bro. And he just laughing, yo. He just laughing. I'm like, dang, man. If it's crazy, man. It's just I just feel bad for people who don't like it. I mean, what's not to like about a dude that played the way he played, man? He comes out and plays defense. He plays off the ball. He plays team basketball. He scores when his team needs him to score. He don't jack up a lot of threes. He go to the post. Like he doing it all, bro. What's not to like? All right, what's not to like, man? Somebody call in and tell me what's not to like about SGA. I mean, this man stepping over. Look how he not the Iverson step over the Ant-Man. But Ant-Man, you better win in Minnesota though. Because the way this man doing this Iverson step over on you, dog, is diabolical. I mean, that's nasty word. Oh, look. Oh, man. Best player in the league, best player in the world, plus the MVP trophy and the MVP belt. He 2 of them because he won it last year, too. He won the MVP last year. I refuse to acknowledge that the MVP last year because that was unreal to snub this dude like that. He pretty much did the same thing last year that he did this year, except he just won more games. But it's pretty much the same thing. Number 1 team in the West. Great defense, great offense, great scoring. You know what I mean? Pretty much the same thing. This should be his second one, but it's all good. You got, 2 belts. The MVP, just best player in the world. Just crazy. And then, oh man, if you add that daggone trophy, like he got 2 more trophies. He got 3 more trophies he can collect in the next month. This man can go away with the league MVP, the scoring title, best player in the world, conference finals MVP, finals MVP, and the finals trophy. Lord of mercy. Golly. I know y'all mad. I know y'all mad, man. Sheesh. He said it's nasty work. SGA is still What's nasty work about winning, man? I don't get that, man. Y'all don't like winners? Y'all don't like people that play defense? Why y'all don't like winners, man? Somebody tell me, man. Yeah, don't do this to them. Why? You know they emo. They probably somewhere crying and smoking a lace blunt and popping pills, boy. Man, he got to get MVP again. Back there, hey, he'll never get back to back MVPs, boy. They go give him this one, and that's it. Listen, dog. What I know about these voters, bro. The way they gave Westbrook that one MVP and then was like, dude, don't even think about getting another one. They'll never let this man get back to back MVP. They'll get that jump to Bronson next year before they give it to SGA again. We already know. You know what I mean? We know what it is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, SWAT. He is killing the NBA big. Golly. To have this many people mad because how that song go? How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. That Deborah Cox song. People didn't know. Like he snuck up on people. Man, how did you get here? Like you're not supposed to be here. This is supposed to be Jokic time. How are you beating Jokic out for MVP and then putting his team out? Oh, they come up with all type of excuses. Oh, Jokic ain't got no help. Oh, Jokic's team is trash and they inconsistent. Do you know how many co-stars are inconsistent? And what they call inconsistent is if Jamal Murray give you 35 in game 1 and 20 in game 2, they call that inconsistent. Like Murray got to give them 35 every game. Like whatever your best is for Denver, you have to do it every game, and all 3 of them, like Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Jamal Murray, all 3 of them have to be their best self every game, the same time, the same game, right? No. Okay, Murray's hot today, so let me find Murray. Like if I'm Aaron Gordon and Murray got it going, we already know Jokic taking most of the shots, but if Murray is the second guy to get it going, it makes common sense that, oh man, let's feed Murray a little bit. So Murray might have it going one game, MPJ might not have it going that game. The next game, MPJ might have it going, and Murray might, all right, let me facilitate, let me get my assist up. What the Denver Nuggets fans would do to that is if they lose, they're going to blame whoever didn't have a spectacular game. See how inconsistent he is? He gave us 30 last game. He only given us 20 this game. He's inconsistent. That's why we lost. Meanwhile, Jokic got 12 turnovers. And one time Jokic had 10 turnovers in the loss. One time he only had like 15 points in the loss. And in the game 7, he only shot the ball 9 times. So he had huge turnover games. He had low scoring output games 2 times in a row. They were so bad that that's all people was talking about. Well, no, I'm sorry. They wasn't talking about that. They was ignoring those 2 bad games. But we talked about it. Mainstream didn't. They was blaming everybody else. So Jokic can have a horrible game. He can have the worst game of the whole squad. We're not gonna talk about it. He can have 10 turnovers. We're not gonna talk about it. But as soon as he have a good game, and Murray don't, see, he inconsistent. Well, then what the hell was Jokic? He had 3 horrible games out of 7. He had 2 okay games and 2 spectacular games. He had 2 spectacular games out of 7, 2 horrible games, and 2 okay games. Well, that's 6 games, but I think he had 3 horrible games, 2 spectacular games, and 2 okay games. But they blamed everything. They blamed it on free throws. They blamed it on Murray. They blamed it on Michael Porter. They blamed it on Gordon. They blamed it on everything. So, I mean, yeah, hey, SGA had 2 or 3 bad games too. You can say that. You can say he had 2 bad games, but guess what? Nobody's blaming SGA's teammates. Nobody said his teammates was inconsistent. See, so what people can say when they're not fanboys is they can look at the game objective and be like, oh, SGA didn't play right. He didn't play good. Just like I said about Edwards. Edwards didn't play his best game in game 1. This is what he needs to do in game 2 to do better. And he did that. But OKC still won. Right? So I could say that. I could say SGA, yeah, that wasn't a good game, SGA, and be fine with it. One thing I'm not going to do is go and blame his co-stars and his role players. Like you never skip the leader when you're giving out blame. You never bypass the leader. I'm never going to walk in a man's house and he tell me, man, I've missed my mortgage payment 3 months in a row. And I'm going to say, you know what? It's not your fault. Where's your son? He's to blame. Like, that don't even make sense. That don't even make sense to bypass the leader of the house and start blaming people that you're supposed to be leading. How does it make sense that Denver lost? Jokic had a horrible game. We bypass Jokic and blame Michael Porter Jr. with a hurt shoulder. We blame Murray. We blame Gordon with a jacked up quad or a jacked up hamstring. We blaming the dudes that's supposed to be getting laid. You go to the jungle and grab a pack of lions, or a herd of lions, or whatever you call them. What they call a pride of lions, and we go to the one that's the leader, and everybody's starving and not eating. I'm gonna go grab his son and blame him. That don't even make sense. A business goes bankrupt. I go to the president of the business or the CEO, and I say, "You're good. You're not to blame. Point me to the guy in the mailroom. I'm about to go tear his ass up. Where's the mailroom guy? It's his fault. The country's falling apart. I go to the president and say, President, it's not your fault. But point me to the governor of California. It's his fault that the whole country's. You supposed to be leading them. We're not gonna go to the leader. Point me to a guy you supposed to be leading. Where's the governor's at? It's the governor's fault. I mean, I can keep going. I really can. There's no water coming to my house. Ain't no water coming out of the faucets when I turn it on. Instead of me going to the water company, I'm going to go to the cups I got in the cabinet. Why you ain't got no water in you? It's your fault. You're the reason there's no water coming out of this faucet. That don't make sense. You go to the source, you go to the leader. Blame starts at the leader. Where you at, Lion Leon? Why you ain't responding to all this? Are you understanding this, Lion Leon? Are you understanding this? The leader gets the blame. I don't care if the leader went 20 for 20 and had 50 points. If you lose by 2, I'm blaming you. It don't matter what you do. Because if you win, you always get the praise. Whoever gets the praise gets the blame first. I'm not saying you can't blame other people if it's obvious that they did something that didn't help or did something wrong. But you cannot blame them first. That's by rule. I can't pay one guy $50 million, and when things go wrong, I go to the guy that I'm paying $5 million and say, what happened? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. Let's take one more phone call before I end it. Lion Leon call. We about to have a conversation. Lion Leon. Come on, get on in here. Come on in here, Lion Leon. Come on in here, big dog. Come on in here, Lion Leon. Let's have a conversation. That's it for your phone work. I don't know if you got an Obama phone. You might be at the library using their free internet. But if you are, I appreciate it. Because you've been holding it down for all week watching the show, man. So, you know, I can appreciate a dude that's going to get up and catch that bus all the way to downtown library just to get on there and use their free internet so they can watch my show. I appreciate that. I mean, it's late, especially on the East Coast. So I definitely appreciate that, dog. But if you got your phone with you, or if you can go in there and borrow somebody's, man, call in, man. I love to hear from you. He said, do I have anything to say about Kobe quitting on this team? I say whatever you want me to say. What you want me to say? Did he quit? Okay, yeah, he quit. What else? What you want me to say, Lion Leon? Yeah, Kobe quit on this team. You talking about when he didn't shoot in the second half against Detroit? Yep, he quit. Bad Kobe. Bad Kobe. Well, I don't know why I don't know why people think that I'm in love with basketball players. No, I like basketball, not men. I like basketball. The players that play it aren't perfect. I can critique. Like it don't hurt my feelings to say that Kobe did something wrong. That don't hurt me. I also say that the NBA cheated for Kobe and Shaq. They should have lost to Portland and Sacramento in both those series. Portland and Sacramento both got cheated. They was trying to help Shaq and Kobe get rings in LA. I believe that. Why people think I can't criticize? I can criticize every player. It don't matter. You do something that's not right or not conducive to winning, I can critique it. I'm not like y'all where I got to protect a player. Like I said, I'm not protecting none of these millionaires. I don't even like them like that. I like the sport they play. And if you're really good at the sport, based off my observations, that I like the way you play. I don't like you as a person. I don't know them. Y'all make the mistake of falling in love with these dudes. You know, niggas get drawn to Steph Curry's cat eyes like he's Prince or something like that, or Halle Berry. Niggas get drawn to that, I don't know, that light skin and them green eyes. Niggas drawn to Steph. Like, you can't even critique Steph, but they ready to throw blows. You know, I guess all LeBron fanboys, I guess they like his shoulders. I don't know. Like, it's something about these men that y'all really adore. And that jump weird to me. I like basketball, man. That's it. He said, no, I don't love basketball if I defend OKC plays, young players watching. I don't even know what that means, dog. So you shouldn't be liking basketball or the players that play it. You should be liking English class. Go back, learn how to type, learn how to talk, learn how to speak. No, you don't love basketball if you defend OKC plays. You mean like motion or the triangle or flex? What plays are you talking about with OKC? What plays? Are they running plays? If I defend OKC plays, are they running flex? What they run? What they run? What plays they running? Young players watching. Young players are watching. Dude, who are you? Is this a bot? This is the dumbest AI bot that I've ever seen. I thought AI was smarter than this. This bot is crazy. Hey, if you're not a bot, say Shaquille O'Neal. You probably can't spell it. Say oh man, just type 1, 2, 3 if you're not a bot. Because I don't want to mess you up with that Shaquille thing. You definitely might not be able to spell that. Yeah, you like a bot to me. Yeah, that junk crazy. Wow, now dumb. Brown cow, how now? See spot run. Yo. I said type 1, 2, 3. Golly, this is a bot, y'all. There you go, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's not a bot. Dang, dog. Where you from? Dang, that's bad, dog. Sheesh. Call in here and double 0001. Crushing much. Dang, man, oh boy. Yeah, you're right, Rex. That education system is crazy, boy. I know he went to an alternative school, but I can't. I'm a C student, sometimes a D student, and I went to an alternative school too. So I know it when I see it. I've been in classes with dudes like that. Now I was in there because I got kicked out for doing some bad stuff, but it was some other people in there because they had learning disabilities. And boy, I tell you, it ain't nothing like being in a class with only 9 people in there, but all of them got learning disabilities except you. I think even the teacher had a learning disability, just to be honest with you. But that was a tough, that was a tough year for me. I mean, it was so hard for me to go to class, man. When they asked them dudes to read, it was just like that. They couldn't put sentences together. They couldn't spell stuff, man. They couldn't comprehend certain things. And it was crazy, man. I said, I got to help him finish this class, get up out of here, went straight to the Navy. What is that? See what I'm saying? And I have even MD, medical doctor. You see what I'm saying? And I have even MD. See? Look at this. Boy, this is crazy. I am just, bro, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff. James, what's popping, dog? Hey, you see this bot in the comments?
Yeah, I seen it. What's up with it, man, baby? Hey, they gonna throw the real though, dog. Salute to top and bottom, man. Much love to your channel and your check. I just wanted to get your point of view because it looked like it went the same way. But the only thing is, what we asked Anthony Edwards to do, he did it, right?
He did it.
But Julius Randle ain't showed up.
Yeah.
And then you got another Chet Holmgren sighting. And like I say, bro, I just think this team is just poised to take that next step. They're doing it the right way. And it's time for the real to just come back. Whoever doing it the right way, salute to all y'all. And I really don't see nobody beating it. Now, Indiana could be a problem. I missed your live yesterday with the Indiana and the Knicks, but we used to the Knicks doing that. Indiana got a young team too, just as well. They added pieces like Siakam, Obi Toppin, people that fit their system, right? So I'm just looking at it from the bigger picture. We might have 2 young teams that can bring us back the relevance that we've been asking for a long time. Just do it the right way and go out on your shield. 2 great coaches. Rick Carlisle got a championship, so he got them in tune. I say, bro, this might be one for the decade, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. We haven't seen this type of basketball in a long time. And I just think Minnesota just don't have the firepower to go against these young dudes. It's too much, bro. It's
not
just
for 4 quarters. Not for 4 quarters, man. They do decent for a little while, but man.
But do you think it's because they don't go deep off into their bench like OKC? Because I see OKC, they enter the clip, bro. Like, if they got so many variety of ways that they can beat you. And if Ant and Randall not cooking, I don't see them beating nobody. Like, the role playing the Lakers, yeah. A couple of Golden State hurt Steph Curry, yeah, but a real team that's well put together, nah, they're not doing it. Like, we already talk about Jokic a lot and his system. He hamper a lot of those players that play around him that can really help him get over the hump, but that style of system don't work because he plays just like James Harden and a role player. I don't see them doing nothing if they don't fix that. When Jamal Murray was on the ball and he was playing pick and roll, they went to the championship. They won it when Jamal Murray had the ball in his hand more. But I think OKC's just prime right now, dog. They did it the right way. That new Big Three is starting to scare me. And the league is being put on notice, bro. Salute to Sam Preston. What you got about that?
No, I agree. I mean, I wouldn't call them a big three. But
so hold up. You don't call Chet, Williams, and SGA a little mini big three? Now, they might be hot pockets and pizza rolls, but I'm saying they could become a Sunday dinner at some point if they can keep this core together. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, when we started using that term big three, it was basically having 3 superstars, and a superstar is a number one that has proven that he can carry a team successfully as the number one.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that's why, like, when you have like LeBron carried Cleveland, Bosh carried Toronto, Wade carried Miami, all successful, and they're all number ones, proven to be number ones, and they all superstars. Now, when you grab those 3 and they join each other, you have 3 proven number ones. And the reason why that's such a advantage is because most playoff teams only have one number one, right? And the difference between the number one and the number 2 is usually mentality, attitude, clutchness, confidence, and all this stuff. Like, you can't find that many people that, like, with the confidence of Wade to take crazy shots, clutch shots, not scared of the moment. And you got 3 of them dudes, and most teams only got 1, right? And it's only and it's really only 10 to 11 of those dudes in the league at one time. It's really only 10 superstars or 10 number ones.
I got that.
Right. So to have 3 of them, you got more than a quarter of them on one team. Right. So that's a big 3. Now, Porzingis didn't prove to be a successful number 1. Neither has Jaylen Brown. So they got 3 legit good players, but only Tatum has proven to be a legit number 1.
I see where you're going.
Yeah, so what OKC has, what Boston has. They got a legit number 1, and they got 2 number 2s. You get what I'm saying?
Chet went crazy tonight. Yeah, I get that, but watching Chet tonight after he did what he came off that 4-quarter performance, to me, it only prepared him in this game, and he was more aggressive. Like, I loved it, man. I just can't wait. I loved it.
I loved it. I love Chet. I love the tech he got when he screamed on DiVincenzo. Not DiVincenzo, but that was DiVincenzo. Yeah, DiVincenzo. Yeah, I love that tech. But only thing I want that to start happening for Chet, I want his threes to start falling. Because once his threes start falling, it's over. It's over, man.
I like his shot selection tonight. Then SGA was so efficient. Like, at one point, this dude was like 10 for 15. How can you stop that, though?
And he was getting to that mid-range on him, too, boy.
That nigga look like Kobe tonight. I ain't gonna lie. He did. You seen that left-handed and one on his little cousin? I said, damn, bro, the big cousin always win. I ain't gonna lie. But you might get you 1 or 2. Right. But majority of the time, you ain't about to beat your big cousin, especially if he taught you. You understand? That's like, he not about. That's like Danielson beat Mr. Miyagi. It's not gonna happen.
Bro, my cousin's 7 years older than me, right? I never beat him. He taught me how to play ball. I never beat him. I went to the Navy. He went to prison, right? I did 21
I
years.
heard that story when you said it.
I did 21 years Navy. He did 21 years prison, and we both came home, and we had been talking trash for 20 years about how he can't beat me no more. Man, that first time we got to the court, man, he smoked me. He smoked me. You said,
and then you was in shape. You was in the Navy, so I know your cardio up and your condition was up, but that just goes to show you the mentality of certain players.
He smoked me.
And I like SGA the way he doing it, because after that first game, he shot 2 for 8, and Jalen Williams was able to get off. Whatever his name was. I think that's his name, right? Jalen Williams. I forgot. That's his first name?
Yeah.
I call him J-Dub just for short. But he kept them in the game, and it was down by 4. So now look at SGA, a fishing game. They went up by 24 again in the third quarter. I was like, it's the same thing. Like, at some point, you got to just sit back and say, hold up, this team is just better. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And people want to give Finch all the smoke, but I wouldn't really put it on the coach, and I just put it on the players. Like, they don't have enough players to go around. My biggest concern right now going forward, I ain't gonna say concern, but what I see about OKC, what his name was, Hartenstein, Caruso, championship man.
Yeah,
that was 2 key pieces, defenders that you can use. And I seen Caruso fighting Jokic, bro. Who's supposed to be the top dog of them all in this era,
bro?
This team is just too scary right now.
Keep them together, man. Keep them together, and hopefully SGA, because his Supermax extension is gonna be crazy. With the fact he won MVP, I hope he don't take all that money.
Oh, that's what I was saying too. I said that on my partner channel. I did a video about that. I heard SGA got his first bag though. So if you want to keep the team together, like you said, I got my money. It's about winning rings over money. You got a lot of people chose money over rings. I think this will work out if SGA say, look, man, I got my money, pay my supporting cash. Because remember, Pippen was making more than Jordan, but Jordan never complained about that.
Yeah.
And everybody know that wasn't right, even when he signed that bad deal. So that's my biggest problem right now. Who gonna take the money? Who gonna decide to take less? Who wants the money first? Is that gonna throw a wrench in what they have to build? Because they got some special brewing over there. I know the money. It's always money that come between this type of stuff, especially in this new day and age. Money, 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 money. Money don't make you happy. Money don't make you real. But if your bigger goal is to win that Larry O'Brien trophy and give yourself a chance to compete year in and year out, if I was SGA, I'm gonna get mine on the back end. You know what I mean? Sometimes, and they still young. You still have at least 7, 8 more years of this stuff. So if I could get mine on the back end like a Jordan or a Kobe, threaten to leave to get my money, whatever it takes, but just let everybody else force the core of the team, because I'm gonna get mine regardless. They know who the real number one is. That's my biggest thing. Is SGA gonna sit there and say, look here, feed my young people. But his mid-range game is something serious, bro. Look, when the last time we seen somebody play like Shea, bro? Keep it real. Use the midi like that.
Kawhi.
I said that, but Kawhi be hurt a lot.
Yeah, he do be hurt a lot. I mean, he just he's a slimmer version of Kawhi. He moves a little bit different. The only difference is Kawhi not go he not gonna use the contact to fall like Shea. Shea gonna let you push him down, man, because he want to get to the line. So that's the only difference between him and Kawhi. They both like to get to the same spots, and they both ain't go shoot a lot of threes. They both go in the post, but one is a point guard and one is not. I would like to see him and Kawhi play together, to be honest.
Man, I say, bro, we did a video on that too. Kawhi messed up going after Paul George. I always said this: if Kawhi would have carried himself over there like he did with Toronto, and keep the core of that team together. Because remember, that team did go 6 games with the Kevin Durant Warriors when everybody was like, this team is unbeatable, the best team. They could beat the 96 Bulls and all this and that. But that team right there took them 6 games. So if you just add Kawhi to that, you still got your future draft picks. That could have been, Kawhi could have had him a ring by now the way SGA playing.
Maybe, but I mean, Kawhi just didn't see it. He didn't know. He wasn't in the Clippers practice every day. This like Lawrence Frank and Doc Rivers, they should have been able to persuade Kawhi enough and tell him what SGA was, because Pat Beverly said that Doc knew SGA was good, but no, I mean, you couldn't foresee him getting this good. So I mean, and Paul George was already there. So I get the move. Nobody complained about it then. Everybody's complaining about it after the fact, right? Once we found out SGA is good.
I see where you're going.
Yeah, but I mean, but the only people who could see that he was actually something nice was Doc Rivers and the players that was practicing with him. So if they really wanted to say, nah, man, let's and furthermore, Kawhi didn't ask them to trade SGA. He just said, sign Paul George and I will sign with you. They the one who negotiated what players to send for Paul George.
That's a fact too. I got you. I got you on that.
Yeah. So guess what? But guess who gets props on that again though? Presty.
Who you got?
Presty.
yeah.
Presty must have seen that and was like, oh no, what's up with that SJ dude? He know talent. He knows talent.
So that's the new Jerry West? That's the new Jerry West of this era?
It's got to be.
I just want to hear you, because you be dropping gems, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's why when you speak real, that what draws me to certain people's channels. Salute to Dime Sports T. She do her thing. You know, y'all have a nice solid cast over there. And I was listening to y'all earlier on the playback about the Knicks while I was at work this morning. And I'm like, man, these dudes really know what they talking about. But we the people that don't get the recognition and the shine because we not sellouts. And we not here to sell out. We just here to keep it real and call it down the middle. That's what I love about your channel, bro. I want you to keep pushing, keep grinding, and keep it real coming. Because eventually we going to break that ice, melt that ice, and get back through to get back to fundamentals. And that's what I see SGA doing. He don't do nothing spectacular. It's just fundamental basketball.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Man, he killed them from the mid-range, boy. And there's nothing they can do, man. Anthony Edwards need to freaking take notes, yo. He needed to take notes. Look, even though he did what we said he needed to do, James, he still shot 9. He still shot 1 for 9 behind the arc. That's 9 shots he could have went to the hole. That's
You're right.
SGA had 5 fouls. He could have got another foul on SGA if he didn't settle. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about small. Like, when you lose, you think about small things. Like, dang, I took 9 threes. SGA had 5 fouls. What if I would have put more pressure on him and he would have had to sit down at some point?
So I know you've been on a minute. I don't know if you're about to go. I just got one last question. What you think their game plan should be? Is home cooking going to be the same for, because you know OKC had their home cooking, but the style they play, they stick to what they know. What got them the number 1 seed? What got them the MVP? So is Minnesota going to have home cooking? Because I think Naz Reid and DiVincenzo, and Alexander Walker, he had a nice little game tonight. He gave him 17 points, but nobody else ain't show up. You know what I mean? So I think the number 1 defense in the regular season spilling over to the playoffs, that team is just too for real, bro. We haven't seen the team and they young. This ain't like no veteran team. People done stacked the deck, like you said, joining together because we play AAU ball together. This is a pretty sight to see because we haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, I think Minnesota might come out and try to do it, but like you say, they don't play full quarters.
So all right. So you're right. The home cooking might be a factor. They might be able to rough Shea up a little bit more, and Shea might get less fouls. So that's one thing, right? So maybe maybe the matchup with McDaniel might get a little bit better against SGA because SGA might not get those fouls, right? That's cool. Right, so that's just one. I put it back on screen. All the stuff we talked about, right? I put it on screen, right? So with the home cooking, that McDaniels SGA matchup might can win it, right? But they still got to not turn the ball over, right? Anthony Edwards was able to do that. He had 0 turnovers, but Randall still had 4, and he didn't even play the whole fourth. So he could have had 5, 6, 7 turnovers, right? But so everybody got to be better with not turning the ball over. They still had 14. They had 17 in the first game. That's too much against this OKC team because they turned all of those into points, right? They get on the run. So those turnovers got to be 10 or less, right?
Gotcha.
And the home crowd ain't going to help with that. So it ain't going to help with that, right? Anthony Edwards and his 3-pointers. I don't want you to take more than 5 threes, dog. I'm sorry. Like, he took 9 tonight. Still too much. Don't take no. You 1 for 9. Don't take no threes, dog. Unless
But you would think by him being that player, if my shot ain't falling, attack the basket, get to the line, make it easy.
Exactly.
I think he did better tonight, but excuse me, bless me. But I feel like what you just said, still taking those 9 threes, you average 10 a season. People fall in love with free ball, and it's been a detriment to the league. All these stretches, everybody's supposed to be able to shoot threes because of the way the league going. Just play your game, play to your strength. And I don't see that enough. But like I say, with Shea, this dude is like, he dog 0-30 for real. You know, you had other people saying they going dog 0-30, activating playoff mode. This is what you call dog 0-30, activating playoff mode. Because I think he's more hungry than people give him credit for. And I think Ant gonna learn too, because he went to the Western Conference Finals last year, but maybe he got to go through these growing pains too. Like every other great, the Jordans of the world couldn't get past the Bostons and Milwaukee, couldn't get past Detroit, and then he finally broke that ice. You know, I think
that's how it's supposed to be. Edwards is what, 23?
Yeah, he got time. He got time.
Yeah, he got time. Shea is 26 right now. He's been in the league 7 years. So Shea has already went through getting put out. You know, when he had first of all, he went through losing seasons. Then he built the roster around him, got the coach he needed, had a winning season, got put out in the second round prematurely. Now they're back. They faced Denver early, right? They had a tougher path to the conference finals than Minnesota had. I think going through Denver was harder than going through a hurt Warriors team, right?
Okay.
So they battle tested. They made all their mistakes against Denver and survived it. They made the mistake of losing home court advantage in game 1. They lost game 1 in a game that they had control over, and they let their foot off the gas in the fourth quarter when they was, trying to close the game out and freaking end up losing the game, right? So you dig yourself in the hole.
That was a good breakdown by you too, though. I like how you broke that down.
Yeah, and that's them being young and experienced, playing against probably the most experienced team in the playoffs, because that's the last ones that that won a championship. They got their team intact, right? So they made the mistake, dug a hole for themselves, and they figured out how to get out that hole. And then they went into game 7 against that most experienced team and blew them out. So they felt like this was a huge test for us. We can survive anything that's left in the playoffs after we survived it. So the mistakes that I thought they would make in this series, like I thought they was going to drop this second game. They said, hell no, we ain't making no more mistakes. We know we understand it now.
What made it different at one point, Minnesota had like 11 turnovers, 12 turnovers. They only had 4. So that's a good point that you just brought up. And going against them, I think that made them tougher. That made them realize, because remember they said, I got to see them do it in the game 7. They never was able to close the game 7. Correct. But a guy like SGA with that mid-range, he could get to his spots, be able to get those foul calls, manipulate the system, however they want to call it, foul mercy, whatever. But somebody broke down to me, without the fouls, Shea still was leading in points damn near. So yeah, you can't always use fouls because the dude know how to get to the foul line. And some of those was foul. Like when McDaniels pushed him and they got that technical foul, like he made this dude foul out. This is one of their best wing defenders now. 6'9", supposed to be aggressive, supposed to give him trouble with his wingspan. And SGA say, all right, ain't nothing but cookies and milk. You know what I mean? I'm still get to my spot. Whether they fall or not, I'm going to still play my game. And that's what I do like about this young man, bro. People say Kobe, yes. I remember when they said that about Kobe. Kobe is a carbon writer Jordan. Mel, let me ask you one question. You're supposed to want to learn from the great that's before you, right?
Correct.
All right, then. That's all I want to know. Even you said it. So if Kobe wanted to learn from Jordan, how long it took Jordan to melt that ice and give in to him, Kobe went 5-2. I'm looking at the same situation with Shea. Shea loved Kobe, carbon copy, mid-range, doing everything that Kobe did. So maybe I'm just saying, like, we got some good basketball for years to come. Yeah. All the old people, like you say, I like how you broke that dynasty, destroyed the dynasty down, because it's over for them. Ain't no Django can't carry them no more. Django is not the same dude. Steph Curry getting old. I mean, Raymond, Mr. Triple Single. So you messing over Kuminga, and when Kuminga came in that game, he did ball out now. So why you ain't play him the whole summer? Like, it's just mind-boggling the way Steve Kerr coached that team. But man, salute to OKC, man. I think they poised to make something special happen for years to come. I can't wait to keep watching this team.
Me too, man. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, man. Hopefully they don't get to the finals. And well, we got, first of all, they got to get to the finals. I mean, this series is not over, but you know, just speaking, if they do make it to the finals, man, I hope they don't catch no surprise and all of a sudden Indiana or New York is too much for them. That'd be shocking. That'd be shocking, man. Hopefully that don't happen, man. I think they're the best team in the NBA, man, and I think they're gonna be able to prove it in this series and in the finals, man. But we'll see.
All right, man. Nice chopping it up with you. I got your number. I locked you in. I'm always calling and support the channel, man. And like I said, keep up the great work, man. Salute to Zoe, Chris, all y'all, man. I love, and tell Jay stop capping for that role player.
Jay's not gonna stop capping, man. Jay think he'll Jay think he'll a comedian, man. He be trolling sometimes, man. He be half serious.
I know.
He be half serious, man. But Jay's been a troll. I've known Jay since I was 12, man. Jay's he's a troll.
And remember, the dude came on your channel, YD. I ain't gonna say his name because he ain't worth saying.
Oh, he just texted me and said he wanted me to let him call so he can get at you right now.
Man, I don't want to hear that, man. He ducked that smoke yesterday. That's why I called too. Because I told Tickets fire that thing up. We was on there almost 3 hours. He keep talking about pull up by the gallery. He want to meet in person, talking about switches and all that. Now you want to be a gangster.
God. Really?
Really? Look, go look at the last stream yesterday.
Young Disciple is just, hold on, let me look at the camera. Young Disciple, hold on, let me switch cameras. Young Disciple. Over basketball, man. It's just
talking about putting out switches and all that.
Come on, Young.
I'm like, what's the wrong with it? I just want to have a debate with you. So, I'm from New Orleans, bro. We jokes, we rib. It's all fun and games. I know he probably was playing, but I told him, hit the link. You could go look at the stream from yesterday, 2+ hours. Ticket dropped the stream like 5 times and they ain't won't hit it. And now you talking about
hold on, this him right now. Hold on, man. Let me add him. Hold on.
Oh, it's about to be epic then. It's about to be epic. I got time. I'm off.
I don't even know how I add him. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can add him. Yo, what's up?
And I got
well, hold on. You gotta fix your phone, Young. Is a lot of static and you got some background noise.
On the government phone, you already know that.
Hey, what that nigga lying, man?
About what? I'm lying about, Young.
Nigga, I ain't never said nothing about no switches and pull up. Nigga, I don't get like that over no basketball. Nigga, why you? Nigga?
Well, in the comments. Don't make me go repost that on my channel. I just got it on my channel.
Big bro.
Well, hold on, Young. Hey, Young. Real quick. The N-word. Try. I got a new.
Okay.
I got a new sponsor that I'm dealing with, man. Brother. So I got to shut that down. Go ahead.
All right, brother. You can't show nowhere where it's anything like bro. I wouldn't even disrespect myself like that, like on the internet talking like that. Bro, we just talking basketball, bro. Like so whatever you saying you read. Please screenshot it and send it wherever you want to send it, bro.
Watch the recap from yesterday, Young. When Ticket dropped the thing, you ain't want to.
Bro, I never. Bro, no.
Debate 1-on-1.
You just said I did. It said I was talking about switches.
No, you was in the comments. I said you ain't want to hit the link, and I got the comments on the thing. Go rewatch the thing from yesterday.
Bro.
Hold up.
Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
SWITCH, right?
Bro, I wasn't on UN Ticket. Listen, bro, I wasn't on UN Ticket live stream, period, bro.
I ain't say you was on there. I said you was in the comments when I shouted out yesterday when we went live. I said I want Young Disciple. Come. I said bring your woo to the front stage. Ticket drop.
Big bro.
No, I won't meet in person. Oh man, down. Just do that.
Big bro. No, bro. You telling the
from yesterday from Ticket Channel, and you
listen,
bro.
Well, hold on. Let's drop that. Hold on, Young. Let's drop that.
This man freestyling.
Hold on, Young.
Let's tell a whole lot.
let's drop that
I
because
want to base it on the role player.
Well,
What's up with
hold
your
on.
role player?
Hold on. Yeah, so yeah, drop the switch things. Drop the switch comment. It seemed like y'all been wanting to talk about LeBron for a while. So what?
Yeah, because he a role player. He ain't no GOAT or nothing.
Bro, explain to me how he a role player. Explain to me.
Because when he was the leader of the team, he ran from that smoke.
Yeah.
Leaders don't run from that smoke. He ran to a dude that already won a championship. And then when he went over there, the first thing they said when he lost in 2011, he let 2 role players outscore him and lock him up, talking about, oh, he need the ball. Then when he did have the ball in his hand, it still took Ray Allen to save him because Popovich took Duncan out when he shot them 2 bricks from from the 3-point line and had 2 turnovers and crucial clutch moments. He not clutch. Y'all notice the dude ain't clutch.
Okay,
That's
one thing
why
at a
Ray
time.
Allen
One thing at a
had to
time.
save him.
One thing at a time, bro. Cause I could tell like
a
this.
lot of things at a time.
Okay. With the slow down, so I can address each thing, because I could tell this a routine. Like that's why I got to stop y'all, because I could tell. Yeah, yes it is, bro. Because when you start going, you go to the next thing, go to the next thing, go to the next thing. Okay. Now you just said that you say players don't run from their team and all that, right?
Like superstars don't run from that smoke. Dan said that.
Okay, so you saying basically each player gotta stay with the team that they drafted about, right? That's what you're saying?
I'm only saying this. When you went over there to Cleveland with your first stint, the first 7 years, I ain't hate on him. I try to give him his respect. But when I seen what he was doing, all the manipulation he was doing, couldn't make the playoffs his first 2 years.
Couldn't make the playoffs his first 2 years. Okay, you talking about when he went to a 17-win team and he was like 18-19? Like that's what he
did the same thing. How many games Denver won? And Carmelo was in the whole conference.
Hey, bro, you know basketball, bro? Like if you know basketball, you can't explain it to me because I know. So when you saying Carmelo did the same thing LeBron did, right? The reason he didn't get rookie of the because I like how you niggas like I don't even remember like how stuff went down. Okay, so you saying that because Carmelo won rookie of the month like every month that year? Is that one of the reasons you saying that?
Harder conference. That's more respectful.
Okay. So how many times did LeBron win rookie of the month in the same year?
Well, I'm saying who made the playoffs?
No, bro. Okay, I'm going to get to that. So they both went
to the meat and potatoes.
Stop, bro. So I'm going to what you saying right now. So the first year, so when LeBron was a rookie and they both had 17-win teams, you saying because Carmelo took his team to the playoffs. Well, it wasn't just Carmelo. Remember the year before, bro. The only reason that they only won 17 games because Marcus Camby was hurt that whole year. That's one reason why they had a better season the next year. And don't forget the same year when Carmelo was a rookie. Who was the point guard they signed? Andre Miller. So now let's go and reverse it and get back to Cleveland. It was just LeBron. Like LeBron was the only the player that got added to their team. So when you say stuff, bro, say it in full context, bro. Like you ain't talking to them. Nigga, I know.
Let me say this. So Carlos Boozer wasn't a solid player. If Gaussis wasn't an all-star, because last time I checked, y'all say the role player make everybody better, right?
Them dudes was there. Them dudes was there the year before.
I just heard you out. Let me rebuttal what you trying to say about the Denver team. When Carlos Boozer was there, he was a double-double machine. Why Darren Williams made it to the playoffs with him in a harder conference, but he couldn't do it in a weak-ass Eastern Conference. Then when he did go to the 8 finals in a row in the Eastern Conference, look at the teams he was playing. Gilbert Arenas, 41-41. 41-41.
What they got to do with anything, bro?
Because the East was least. It wasn't no East. When
you talking about, but I'm saying, bro, you talking about LeBron and Carmelo rookie year. That's what
I'm just saying the teammates that he had, the Carlos Boozers, the Darren Miles, the El Gauskis,
Darius Miles, bro.
He the one said I make the right basketball play, not me. So why you make the right basketball play and make them dudes better?
Bro, you talking about when he was 8, bro? He did, bro. He doubled
Anthony was.
Hey, he doubled their win total. So what are you talking about? He did make them better.
Hey, Mr. Players?
Bro, he's 18. Like, what are we talking about right now? Hey, who's your favorite player?
All right, hold on.
No. Who's your favorite player here?
I like Chris Webber.
Like, Oh, come on, bro. That ain't even a fair fight with me. Like so.
What you mean
Like,
ain't no fair fight?
I'm saying,
His brother made his teammates better.
So,
He ain't the ball the making fault. Chris Webber, look, from the time Chris Webber came out, he did the same exact thing that role player did. He's 6'9", he could pass the ball, he could grab it off the rim, he dunked on Charles Barkley. The role player is not even going down there with no center in the paint. Andrew Bogut showed you that when it was down 3-1. When they was down 3-1 with Kyrie and Kevin Love, why he was up without them 2-1, but he was down 3-1 with them. Because Andrew Bogut was down there stopping him from getting in the paint.
Bro, ask yourself how stupid that question is you just asked. You just asked, why was he down 3-1, right? To a team that he was up 2-1 on the year before. Bro, you can't make this up.
That's a question. All I'm saying is, all the thing I always hear with the role player team, bro. No, I know it's a dumb question because you jockstrap sniff this dude. No, it's a dumb question because it's facts. Because you know why? If you gonna sit here and complain, the reason why they lost the 2-1 lead because he didn't have this one, he didn't have that.
Bro, I ain't saying none of that.
No, I'm on the
I ain't saying none of that, bro. Hey, bro, talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
Hey, hold on, James and Young. Let's do this real quick. Hold on, Young. Yeah, I got to do this. I got to get control over it a little bit, right? A little bit.
Yeah, you're good.
Hold on. I got about 10 minutes before I end the live. I'm gonna give the last 10 minutes to y'all, but y'all got to tell me what it is that y'all are debating. Hold on, y'all. I don't want y'all all over the place. So what I'm gonna do, I want to get a topic of what y'all actually debating, and I'm gonna
talk Kobe LeBron.
And okay, and I'm gonna give you 2 minutes.
I love that.
Listen,
let's go.
I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to open it up, and then I'm gonna give James 2 minutes to rebut it, and then I'm gonna give James 2 minutes to say what he got to say, and I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to rebut it, and then we go end it.
Nah, let him go first. All right. I'm listening to everything he's saying. Let him go.
So hold on. So this topic is about Kobe and LeBron.
Kobe and LeBron. I got Kobe.
So hold on. Is it who's better or who's greater?
Man, it's who ranked the highest. Okay, that's what I'm going with.
All right, go Kobe, man. Go. Hold on. Go. Let me get my clock. I'm gonna give y'all a real 2 minutes.
I'm gonna deep fry this nigga, man.
Let me get my clock.
Hey, boy. Hey, then I'm coming to your turf. I'm gonna come. You see how we looking for you on your turf. I want to do it on your side, homie.
All right. Hey, James. When I say go, you got 2 minutes to spit on Kobe and LeBron.
Know when I go.
All right, go.
Listen, this is the whole thing. Everybody want to say the role player better than Kobe. How? Kobe was a young pup taking those shots, not making the right basketball play. Then he even got up 300 more shots when he failed and came back the very next year, one of the youngest persons to make the All-Star as a sixth man, win the MVP, and he came on another 3-peat. And then people want to talk about Shaq carrying him. How Shaq carrying him when he averaged 1 point lesser than Shaq? It's mind-boggling. It ain't like when he got a real co-star in D-Wade, D-Wade 27, he's 17. That's a 10-point swing. And you see why they got the ass whooped. Now, when Kobe had to carry the weight, when Shaq was filing out and couldn't be a closer in the full quarter, instead of making the right basketball play, he took all the daggers. He hit people in the heart like there was a vampire and killed them. It wasn't nothing else to talk about. When Kobe got traded, that was a Jerry West move. Now, if Kobe wouldn't have got shaded on his first 2 years because of Dale Harris ain't want to play rookies or whatever the case, they gave the keys to LeBron and he failed. Point blank, period. Get the keys to Kobe, I guarantee you make the playoffs. That's all I'm saying, because he showed you what he was about when he got a chance to show it. When they traded Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel was gone, Dale Harris was gone. The man went on a 3-peat and carried his weight. He ain't averaged no 17 points a game. Now, if you want to do that 2000, 2001, 2002, he still was a dog. He still averaged more than whatever the dude with that he riding for, and he still won. People, he only averaged 15 points. Only averaged 15 points, but he won. Your dude averaged 17 and lost. You'll go.
All right, you still had 20 seconds.
Oh, you want me to keep going? All right.
Yeah.
I got 20 seconds. This is going to be easy. Yeah. Kobe ran from Shaq, went on another 3-peat. I ain't never seen LeBron run without a super team. And then when he did have a super team, he still got a losing record, 3-5. Y'all always want to talk about that eight finals in a row, but he went 3-5 with a super team. Put Kobe on that team. I bet you they go 4-0 because you know he a killer. That's why he named Black Mamba. This stuff is easy, man.
So look, so Young, you have to respond to the points he made. The points he made was him coming in at 17. Hold on. The points he made was coming in at 17, being an all-star in his second or third year. What else was?
But you want me to address it? You want me to address it?
I want you to address what he said. But right after
I'm gonna do that for sure.
Yeah, so you go get 2 minutes to address what he said. Only address what he said, and then you're gonna get 2 minutes right after that to make your argument that he's gonna respond to. All right, bet.
Okay.
All right, go.
Okay. So you saying I got it? You saying okay? So I'm not. So I don't come from the LeBron side right now. I'm just addressing the Kobe points.
Correct. All the points he made, you got to address, and then once you finish addressing his points, you want to make your points, and he's got to address your points.
Okay, tell me the points that he laid out again.
James, what was your main points, James?
My main point was he made the All-Star team as a sixth man. He won it. And the next 2 years, he averaged one less point, but Shaq carried him, and he still went on a three-peat. That's the 2 points that I'm banging at right now.
Okay,
because I got ammo for days for them role players. But go ahead.
So basically, what he's saying is, all the noise that people say about Shaq carrying Kobe wasn't really true.
Okay, so basically, I'm addressing Kobe's start.
Correct. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Okay.
Go.
I mean, first things first, bro. We talking about a dude that was drafted like 13th. And I mean, and you up in a dude's starting in an All-Star game. I mean, that's cool and all, but everybody know back then it was a popularity contest. Like that, the voting was different. Like the dude was averaging like 12 points or 14 points a game. You know, how's that an All-Star? So that's that right there. I mean, the dude was drafted, man, and started behind Eddie Jones, man. Like, and then y'all want to put it, y'all want to make this thing like Dale Harris, like refuse to play this man because nigga Dale Harris wanted to win. You think Dale Harris wanted to get fired? No. So if that dude thought that Kobe could help him win games, like that dude would have had him playing more. That's the first thing. The second thing is when the dude start. I'm saying that the year, his first year when he got there, we seen at the end of the year what was popping. Like the dude wasn't ready. It showed then he was not ready to play. Like so, I mean, if we talking about the start of Kobe's career, like all I'm gonna say is the man didn't lead his team in scoring, bro. It was like for the first 8 years. Like what are we talking about? Like you, dude saying that he a dog, yeah. He's bought two. Puppies bought two. So that's one thing. So and then when dudes say he ran away from Shaq, I mean y'all want a person to give him credit for running away from Shaq, and at the same time y'all want to demean the Lakers for not having a squad. Like I just don't get that part. But at the end of the day, like the man didn't lead his team in scoring like to year 8. By that time, LeBron had 7 All NBA selections. I just don't know like what before he got rid of Shaq. I don't really know like what you can hang your hat on. Like I mean, all of those are robbing accolades to me. Like. But I'm tired of talking about Kobe. I'm ready to talk about LeBron. Yeah, I'm talking about it. Like I ain't even.
So that's time on. That's time on your rebuttal. You should have
went first, man. I told you go first.
All right. So
bro, I'm about to go.
Hold on, Young. Hold on, Young.
It don't matter.
Young. So that's round one. Round one was James making his points and you doing your rebuttal. Right. So I want everybody in the audience to keep that in mind because I'm gonna put a poll on YouTube and let them vote on who won. Right now, Young, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to make your LeBron points, and then after that, James, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to rebut it. All right, you ready?
All right,
go.
Okay, let's talk about LeBron, bro. Like since 16, LeBron been dubbed the chosen one. No player has ever came into the NBA with the amount of expectations like as LeBron. That's one thing. He's the first pick. in a draft. Like his start compared to Kobe's start is like apples and oranges. Like one, I'm saying one was a bench player when he first came to the league. The other one was drafted #1, came straight in and made an immediate impact, averaging 21, 6, and 6 as an 18-year-old. I'm saying at the end of the day, LeBron is more versatile. LeBron is more of an inclusive player. He didn't need Phil Jackson. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like LeBron has taken multiple different coaches to NBA Finals, from Mike Brown to Spo to Vogel to Ty Lue to just multiple. I'm trying to say the N word. Hey, when Kobe got rid of Shaq, and Phil them, what did Kobe do? Like, it was so much so that he threatened the Lakers. He told them he'll go to the Clippers. Besides, if they get rid of Shaq, and then missed the playoffs. Then kept getting knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. Then said it again, and he wanted to be traded until they got Gasol. So at the end of the day, with that Phil and with that Shaq, like the dude with the 3 finals, and he won 2 final MVPs. He only got one regular season MVP. When Shaq was on this team, Shaq was the head honcho. LeBron been a head honcho on each one of the teams he's ever been on. Like accolades,
5 seconds.
Kobe accolades and LeBron accolades, it don't measure up. Like go ahead though. Go ahead. Hey, man, guys, on the last round, we're gonna go back and forth for the last 2 minutes.
Nah, this it. I mean, if y'all,
all right.
Yeah, after James go, I'm open the poll up for votes. Go ahead, James.
This is about to be easy. Check this out.
You got to refute everything he said though.
I'm about to. It's all about the role player because this is gonna be easy.
All right, go.
He said he got handed the keys because he went to that franchise. It wasn't no coaching involved. Even when he got handed the keys, he got Paul Silas fired. They was in the 5th spot. What? They was in the 5th spot, and they missed the playoffs because he got that man fired. Because the man told him he wanted him to learn how to play on the post and stop ball hogging. What? All the coaches, you talking about the 3 coaches he got to the finals, but I ain't talking about the 5 he got fired who tried to teach him the right way. Paul Silas got fired off his back. When they was in the 5th spot that first year that Paul Silas was coaching him, don't forget that you don't know what I'm talking about. Go check the resume. Before Paul Silas got fired, they was in the 5th spot. He supposed to be the chosen one. He labeled himself the chosen one. He put that on. Ain't nobody called him no king or no chosen one. He gave himself that name. He ain't put enough in the league that he must put that on his back yet. Because guess what? Like I said, the first 2 years he missed the playoff. So let's hurry up and rewind to when he got Paul Silas fired. David Blanchard had got you to the finals. You was up 2-1. You crumbled that one. You got that man fired. You brought on Ty Lue. All right, you got Ty Lue, a nice head coach, but he ain't win nothing ever since he left. And what do you want with his own team? If you want to put that on that because he had Kyrie and Kevin Love, so be it. I give you that. But it still wasn't him because, like I said, he was up 2-1 without them dudes and couldn't close the deal. And he come out, I had a broke hand and all that excuse. And then he come back and was down 3-1 when he had them dudes. And it took Andrew Bogut to get hurt and Draymond to get suspended for the paint to open up, for him to even start attacking, for him to average 40 in those 2 games. Game 5 and Game 6, him and Kyrie averaged 40. Even when he went to get Wade. Listen, you talking about he got Spurs championship. Spurs already had a rank because he was on the staff when they won in 2006. Listen, Spurs was on the staff in 2006, my nigga. When he won that, my bad. Spurs was on the staff in 2006 when they won that championship. He was in the film room.
10 seconds.
When he gave him the key, he tried to get Eric Spoelstra fired because he crapped that first year. And he talking about Spurs don't know what he's doing. He bumping Spurs, coming off the court like he won't beat with the man. Coaches get.
Man, this man spent the whole 2 minutes, bro. Talk nigga lying.
That's time. Hold on. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do.
Man, man. You know this man lying, bro.
Listen. Before they vote, I want to get some specific for the last round before they vote. Right?
Come on, man.
I'm going to bring it down to just one topic because y'all kind of are all over the place. I'm gonna bring it down to one topic that you could kind of concentrate on.
Thank you, bro. Do that.
Who's the better scorer between Kobe and LeBron? Young, you go first. You got 1 minute.
I mean, we know that's LeBron. LeBron is the better scorer, and he's the more efficient scorer. He scores more, and he does it at a more efficient clip. He scores better from the only place that Kobe is a better scorer than LeBron is I would say is the mid range. From anywhere else, from the three, from finishing in the paint, from anywhere else, LeBron is the better scorer. And I'm saying, I mean, if you want to say that Kobe is the more versatile scorer, I mean, I might give you the nod on that. But if we're talking about per scoring, putting the ball inside the bucket, no matter where it's from, and doing it at a more efficient clip. Hey, I'm gonna end it by saying this. Kobe used to have the most missed shots record, right? And now LeBron has the most missed shots record. But the difference in Kobe having the most missed shot record and LeBron having the most missed shot record is that LeBron scored 7,000 more points. I'm gonna leave it at that right there.
Time.
All right.
It's
easy. That's easy.
All right, go ahead. I start the clock when you start talking.
Since you said that Kobe got better footwork, better free throw shooter. Listen, that is scoring. All they got to do is score.
Hey, Young, you can't. Hold on. I stopped the clock. You got to let him speak.
My bad. I'm gonna go on mute.
I'm cooking and he won't say something.
All right, go. You got 50 seconds. Go ahead.
All right. Outside of 3 feet, LeBron is 33, 35, and 38%. You like those averages? Without him dunking and laying it up, he can't shoot free throws. That's why he will always make the right basketball play at the end of the game. Kobe gonna take those shots. But y'all say he more clutch than this man. I seen Kobe pull his jersey to the side and show his heart like I'm ripping his heart out. When he was up 3-1, the coach, by him listening to the coach, that what got them lost. Look, you need to scale back. You say, bro, you can't keep interrupting me, man, when I'm cooking you, my brother. You ain't nothing but chitlin juice right now. You smelling like chitlins. You smell this cooking coming. So listen, at the end of the day, when Kobe scared Shaq back against Phoenix, what he came back and did, the only thing he needed was a dude to make one All-Star. This dude had plethora of All-Stars and still went 3-5 in that 8-year span. It's not even a goddamn debate if you ask me. Because, like I said, if you put Kobe on that same team, that 8 years that LeBron had with Kyrie and Kevin Love, Chris Bosh and D Wade, the dude going 7-1, 8-2, 6-2, easy. He shows you that when he did it by himself, going 2-1. He beat Boston, he beat Orlando, something that your role player couldn't do. But he gonna come out here, like I said, with a cast on, talking about he don't want to make the right basketball play. The same team that he was struggling.
Man, this man ain't said nothing about scoring, bro.
I did. That's all. He was the leader. He was the leader of the team scoring.
Time. Hold on. All right, James. The next subject. Who is the better? This is for James. You got 1 minute. Who's the better defender, Kobe or LeBron? I'll start the clock when you start talking.
12 defensive teams, 9 first all teams. End of discussion. LeBron only got 6 in 22 years. He don't play no defense. You see what he's doing right now? He's been doing that at the beginning of this year because he had D Wade, he had Chris Bosh to anchor the paint, he had Birdman, he had Shane Battier was taking a hard defensive. Kobe took care of every defensive prowess that was on the opposite team. You need me to take Rafer Alston? You need me to take Rondo? You need me to take Paul Pierce? He was switching up. He versatile like that on defense. Ain't no way in the world you're going to sit here and tell me that this dude is a better defender when he got 12 against 6. And 9 of them things came first team. Now, if you're going to sit here and tell me that Kobe had a chance to stack the deck, which I know he wasn't going to do, and he ran from Shaq, man, what are we talking about right now? Especially on the defensive end. He walked up against Phoenix. He wasn't getting back. He's doing it this year. He always pouting, hunching his shoulder, getting on his knees like he's jagging edge with boys in the hood, begging for a foul call like he won't marry the referee. That's defense? Man, stop it, man. Stop it. I could go all day on here. That's why I wanted him to come over there yesterday when I dropped that link.
Time. All right, who's got Young? Who's the better defender, LeBron or Kobe? I'll start the clock when you start talking.
It's funny. Dude, he want to bring up the amount of all defensive team selections that Kobe got, and I guess and stamped that as he's a better defender. Well, okay, so what I'm saying, I just want to know. I mean, the question rhetorical, like, would that same logic apply if we talk about all NBA selections, or are we talking about all NBA first team selections? Like, would those numbers still apply? But cool. Like you want to go because he got it 12 times and LeBron got it 6. But let's dial it in though. I'm saying let's shrink wrap that a little bit more, because that's to me that's too big of a sample size. Let's shrink wrap it. Like was Kobe ever a runner up for DPOY? Because LeBron got 2 of them. So 2009, 2013, he came in second in defensive player of the year. What I'm saying is that did Kobe ever accomplish that, like that feat? Hey, it wasn't it Kobe that Phil Jackson said like a lot of those all defensive teams.
5 seconds.
Kobe didn't deserve because his defense was overrated. I mean, I'm just saying.
Time. All right, last one. Young, you go first. You got 1 minute. Who is the better winner between LeBron and Kobe? I'll start the clock when you start talking.
Man, come on, bro. That's easy peasy. LeBron, like what you mean? Like better winners to me have more impact, bro. Can't nobody. I'm talking about in this chat on this page, living, tell me that 5 rings and 2 Finals MVPs way more than 4 rings and 4 Finals MVPs. And another thing is that all Kobe all Kobe winning is tied to another man. That's something LeBron don't have. LeBron winning ain't tied to nobody. Like when Phil came, Kobe had success. When Phil left, because Kobe was a wreck, losing 3-1 leads or not making the playoffs. When Phil came back, like I said, that's when Kobe had success. LeBron's success ain't tied to no one man like Kobe's is. His success is tied to one man. Just so happened that Phil Jackson is the most. I'm saying one of the most winningest coaches that ever lived. So LeBron is the best. LeBron is the best winner.
Okay. All right.
Watch about to count them Shaq rings. What nigga watch?
No, I'm about to count up. I'm about to tell you that's bull crap, because I'm gonna tell you why. LeBron is 22 and 33 when they count in the finals. You like that? What super teams involved? What super team Kobe had besides Shaq? So he's the greater winner. He shows he can win without him. He shows he can win with him. He wasn't no Robin. He was A1, AB. Your dude showed up as a Robin in 2011. Your dude was the true Robin in 2011. Like I said, if you put Kobe on that team is not losing to no Dallas Mavericks. Because remember, when Kobe went on that 3P, even though he lost to that Boston team without Shaq, he still beat that Dallas team. That same Dallas team that beat your dude came back from 2-1. How many 2-1 leads he gonna blow if he the GOAT? If he the greatest of this era? Steph Curry got more rings than him. 2-1. Look, 3-1 against LeBron. 2-1 against. Hold up. You're gonna keep cutting off. Let me cook. Steph Curry 3-1 against him. Durant 2-1 against him. Tim Duncan 2-1 against him. Without Shaq, Kobe beat that dude 4-2. The same team that he lost to when y'all say he was a rookie that led to the 2007 finals. Kobe beat that same team the next year, 2008, 4-2, and went to the finals. So what are we talking about? Who is the greater winner? You ain't beat nobody with a stacked team that you can say that was real relevant. Then Kobe beat everybody that you lost to get to the finals and win them. He smoked the White House. He came back and smoked Boston without Trevor and Bynum. But I won't cry about Kyrie and Kevin Love. Stop, man.
This man be lying, bro.
All right. I'm about to put the poll up. Y'all go and vote. Y'all go and vote. The poll.
Hey man, can you at least point out all the lies? Yeah, man, this man said when LeBron got drafted, bro, he was in a 5th seed, nigga, and that's when LeBron got Paul Silas fired. Like, man, can y'all stop this, man? Like LeBron with no 5th seed ever in his rookie year. But
I say the year that he had Paul Silas as head coach, it was either the first or the second year. Them dudes in the 5th seed. He got Paul Silas fired because Paul Silas wanted to play more on the block and use his.
Who told you that, bro? Who told you that?
I ain't gonna go read the article. I forgot you might can't read. You just like you're a LeBron fan. When
LeBron got drafted, bro, LeBron was a shooting guard, bro.
I don't care if he was a power forward. You say he could play on five positions, so don't use
bro,
no
you ain't
positions
never heard me
now.
say that. Hey, that's how I know.
1 through 5.
Bro, that's how I know. Bro, that's how I know that your stuff that your shit a routine, bro. Like,
hold up, so Kobe beat the team that beat him?
Stop arguing, bro. Stop arguing what you heard other people.
That beat him.
Bro, let me talk. Let me talk, bro. Let me talk. Let me talk. Like, bro, stop arguing with me. But you use the arguments you heard from other people.
No, I'm using arguments that I seen of the active. I watched it.
No, bro. You saying that he could play 5 positions. You ain't never heard me say that.
No, I'm saying everybody in the world say he could play 1 through 5.
Bro, but argue that with them. Argue that with them then. Don't argue that with me.
Argue with you right now. The teams that he lost to were the super team. He lost to Boston. Kobe smoked Boston. He lost to Orlando.
Now you want me to use that same? Now you want me to use that same logic, bro? Okay, you want me to use that same logic? Let me show you how. Hold on. Let me show you how easy that'll be. You say that Kobe smoked the team that LeBron lost to, right?
He did.
Right. So who did Kobe lose to in 2012?
What you mean?
Bro, who did Kobe lose to in 2012?
You tell me. You want bringing it up?
All right, that's what I'm saying, bro. So you gonna be talking to be talking. Like Kobe lost the.
I ain't in for the game,
Kobe lost the. Kobe lost to Oklahoma City, a young Oklahoma City too. I'm talking about with young pups. KD and Russ, they 4-1 that boy.
All right. What happened when Kobe played?
So hold on, stop.
So Kobe and beat him in Dallas?
Stop, bro, stop. Now tell me what LeBron did to that same Oklahoma City team.
Kobe beat them on that 3-peat, hit them in Dallas.
Bro, that ain't what you just said, bro. Listen, bro.
2 back-to-back,
bro, that ain't what you just said, bro. You just said that LeBron. I'm talking about the same year, the same logic you're trying to use with saying that on the
that was 2008 and 2009 though.
Bro. First of all, I'm saying first of all, that's 2 years, right? But I'm saying, I'm saying the same way. I can say that the team that LeBron took the 6 and the chip swept Kobe. Like, bro, that ain't good logic.
Who that was? Who swept? You talking about Dirk?
Yeah, they swept Kobe.
All right, and Kobe beat them too on that when he went on that 3-peat. Kobe beat that OKC team.
Yes, bro, but Kobe didn't win the game. You see how flawed that logic is?
Listen, he just flawed logic, bro. When LeBron came off.
That's flawed logic.
I could use that same logic that you just used.
You use that logic, bro.
But the same logic you used LeBron in 2007, Kobe beat them 4-2. Now what you want to say?
In 2007, LeBron was in the final. What you talking?
He got swept. The same logic you using, I can use it back on you. He got swept by that San Antonio team. And
no, he didn't. You talking about bro, learn basketball, bro. You talking about a year after. That ain't the same team.
Man, it's the same team, the same coach.
Different years or different teams, bro.
No, man.
I don't know who told you that. I don't know who told you that, bro. But when you were saying, listen, bro, when you were saying that Kobe was whooping the team that LeBron lost to, you were talking about in that year.
No, I was talking about period. Because remember, LeBron lost to Boston.
Hold on. If that's the case, LeBron did beat that Celtics team. He beat him when he got to Miami.
No, he was down 3-2 when he got there in Boston. And listen, guess what? If I give you that 1 year, Kobe beat them when he counted, my nigga. So you beat him.
Bro, in Game 6 in 2008, they sent Kobe home. Bro, they beat him by 40. What are you talking about?
All right, I give you that, but Kobe ain't run from the smoke. And Kobe came back and smoked them too.
But big bro, he tried to run.
The White Howard,
he tried to run.
White Howard.
But big bro, he tried to run, bro.
2008, 2009, 2010. KG already said it. We broke him. That's why he left.
Bro,
he went to join the super team and still lost.
All right, y'all, hold on. I got some.
Hold on, man. I got one thing to say. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You saying KG saying that he broke LeBron, right?
They did break him.
Okay. You right. Then hold up. And then Bron put himself back together, came back, and turned that whole. Bro, Ray Allen was on our squad. That's what I'm saying. They turned that whole team into journeyman. They all started getting traded everywhere. So what are we talking about? Like I mean, come on, bro.
118 trades, man. Stop it. He traded
everybody. Bro, LeBron ain't no GM. LeBron ain't no GM.
Yes, he is.
No, he ain't.
Why he got 118 trades, the most in NBA history?
Man, bro.
Why he got the most coaches fired in NBA history if he ain't no GM? He got 5 of them fired. You want me to count them?
You just told another lie. Who had the most coaches out of LeBron and Kobe?
Kobe only had 2 coaches.
Man, I'm done talking. Hey, peace be to you, bro. Peace be to you. Hey, I bid you a good night, my nigga. I bid you a good night.
Hey, bro. Besides Dale Harris and Phil Jackson, who he had? Don't run from the smoke. That's why he ain't hit that link yesterday, because I'm telling you, I'm off. I could go all day till the sun come up. The main point that I'm trying to do is explain to this young dude, because his name young for a reason. He still got snot on his nose. The same teams that beat, LeBron lost to. When Kobe lost to Boston, he ain't run. He waited till his team got healthy. He didn't make no excuse. He came back and 4-2'd them. You understand? You want to talk about one game 40-point loss, but that whole series was close without 2 of his best players, Andrew Bynum and Ariza. But we don't use excuses on our channel. But at the end of the day, he didn't run like the role player ran and still got hogged down 2-1 from Dallas. You want to talk about Dallas sweeping Kobe after he come off a 3-P and 2 back-to-back. I'll be tired too. But that's not no excuse. Every dog has their day, but guess what? 22-33 when they count in the finals is not a winning record. You got a losing record in the finals. You got a losing record with a super team, 3-5. Everything you do has an L on it, son. You're not about to get nowhere with no 3-5 record. Then you're going to count that bubble chip rank. Like I said, if you put Kobe Bryant on any one of those teams, the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Miami Heat, you think he going to make the right basketball play? D-Wade can still play off the ball. They ain't got to cry talking about, he need the ball in his hand. And then when he did get the ball in his hand, they still almost lost because of Greg Popovich took Duncan out the game. Remember, man, they was rolling the trophy out. It was already in the walkway.
Yeah, it was.
So that dude would have been easily 3-1, dog, if it weren't for a bonehead play like Greg Popovich. So Kobe swept that same team 4-2 after you got swept by San Antonio. Then he went on and beat the same 2 teams that you lost to that he didn't run from. He's saying 10 toes down. Now, if you want to talk about all the other stuff, but like I said, Kobe was at the end of his career. He knew what his time was. He went out with a 60-point banger. I don't care if he took 100 shots. He still scored 60. LeBron scored 60 one time. Kobe can score 81. He's a better scorer. Footwork, free throw, whatever. Mid-range assassin. He can get to his spot.
Well, James, I'm about to put the poll. Well, this ain't the final results because people are still voting, but so far you are at 84% that you won the debate and 16% for Young.
It's easy, man. It's easy, man. 16%. That sounds like his finals record. That sounds like him shooting outside of 3 feet. 16%. Go look at his shooting outside of 3-point, man, down. The boy shoot 33, 35, and 38. Kobe, they killed Kobe, but he still was league average, 44, 45. When Kobe needed to score, the ball at a high rate, he did it, and he did it with efficiency. And he was the lead scorer. You had D-Wade and Chris Bosh on your team. You had that dude ain't no D-Wade, no Chris Bosh on the team. And tell me why he ain't never win without a super team. That's the ether right there. You ran from all 9 super teams. You got Luka Doncic at AD. You still got Wood. You get somebody like that. Kobe only needed Paul Gasol, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, look, man, I appreciate it, James, man. I'm about to go ahead and end the stream. Look, we'll be back with the full panel tomorrow, man. So call in tomorrow too, James. So we'll be here Friday.
I got you.
All right, no doubt.
I got you.
Thanks, bro.
Good, bro.
Yep. All right, well, that turned into a debate, but it was supposed to be a post-game reaction to the OKC Thunder and the T-Wolves game. But it turned into a debate, man. But I appreciate Young and James coming through and doing that for everybody, man, because it seemed like a lot of people enjoyed that. So, like, I don't know if that's something y'all want to see more often, see people kind of debate a little bit, we can do that. I mean, because when we do our shows, man, it ain't a whole bunch of debate unless the callers call in the debate. But like us on the panel, like, when we disagree, it's a disagreement, but it's not a real debate. You know what I mean? Because it's, especially not with that much fireworks, because like we're not strangers. We all know each other for real. So, it never gets like that, but that's entertaining. And, you get to hear a lot of different perspectives and stuff like that. And, the audience seems to enjoy it. So if that's something that y'all want to see more often, man, let us know. I mean, we'll get some people on here that want to debate every now and then, but I don't mind moderating. So that's just my thing. But I catch y'all tomorrow on the full panel. Peace.